Joke 1. Why was Mr. Potato Head widely respected in his field?
I don't know. Why was he?
Because he was a self-made man.
Self-made. Okay, all right. Warm up here. Suits liked it.
He did.
That's
He
a
did.
thinker.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It's a thinker.
It's a real
It is.
deep one for you guys.
Like George Carlin over there.
Another deep one for you guys. What do snakes take when they have allergies?
I don't know. What do they take?
Antihistamines.
Kids are going to love that one.
That's a good one.
That's a
baby.
good kid joke right there.
You're in the pocket, kid.
Yeah.
Third joke. What do you call a beetle drumming in Mexico?
A beetle drumming in Mexico. I don't know. What do you call it?
Gringo Star.
Okay, all right. I'm all the way in now.
Yeah, man.
I'm all the
You
way
got
in.
us.
Yeah.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Don't pay more. Save thousands on low mileage 2016 through 19 cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, it's Friday, but does it really matter? I don't know.
Nah, it doesn't.
You know, whatever.
That could be Monday.
Yeah, who knows? It's just another day. Yeah, it's just like Groundhog Day, isn't it?
It is.
This feels almost like every day. It's just like, okay, just up, like, okay, well, what's going on? I guess this week flew by, I guess.
It did not for me. This was it was one of the first slow weeks I've had in a while.
Was it? Okay.
Well, you've been wearing a bikini top, so that had to be a
Could have
little.
slowed it down.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I see you finally found one that you've landed on you seem to like. It is the spiked bra top.
Only problem is I don't have enough bikini tops.
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing a repeat today. So I
Yeah.
decided to kind of just, throw a leather jacket on with it. And
Yeah, you got on a leather vest is what you have on, and you've got on the boggan. You got on some glasses, and everybody thinks you look like a gay biker.
I was trying to tone it down for today. I don't think I succeeded.
No, you failed again. Yeah, the days are bleeding together, according to a new survey. 58% of Americans say that they have trouble remembering what day it is most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 60%. They're just like, oh, wait, what day is it? Google searches for what day is it have spiked. A year ago, Google rated the search interest at 61 out of 100. Now it's 100 out of 100. So, yeah, a lot of people checking into it and trying to care. So there you go. So it is Friday, if you lost track of that.
Yay.
What this means is another round of No Name Movie Game. We're going to be doing that at about 7:15 this morning. We'll see if Jay-Bird can keep that streak going. He's catching up on Virginia for wins for the year.
This is the best year I've ever had.
I know.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Honestly, everybody else is having the worst year ever. You're having the best. Go figure. Just weird how you work in the world, man.
It's always wonky.
It is. He's always the opposite of basically what is going on that's normal. So when things are abnormal, Jay-Bird is right on and just crushing it. We also are going to be having our KVJ cocktail hour today at 5 o'clock. That is going to be on Facebook. You can watch on YouTube, whatever your platform might be. You can dial that up, have a drink with us, and it's interactive too. So we can have some fun together at 5 o'clock today. So just jump on your social media, your Facebook and your YouTube, and check it out. Jump onto the YouTube and I believe Facebook. Are we doing that today, Suits? Okay, after the show today? Yeah, we're going to be doing something new. Suits cracked the code. He got the best of Mark Zuckerberg and figured out that he can put our After the Show podcast on Facebook as well. So
At the same time.
the same time.
So the YouTubers don't have to lose their little click. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I know they were bummed out.
Yeah, so we're going to have YouTube, Facebook cranking at the very same time. So that goes live at about 10:15. So you got many chances to be interactive and hang out with the KVJ show today, starting right now on YouTube as we're doing this thing live there right now.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second in your dirt, an update on Christopher Cross. The musician is battling the coronavirus, and he gave an updated statement yesterday about his health. I'll share that with you coming up in a second. Before we get into that, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry stepping out in a big way to help their community. You know, they're newly transplanted to Los Angeles now, and they were distributing meals for Project Angel Food yesterday to help people in need during the coronavirus. How awesome is that?
That's cool.
They did multiple deliveries. They stayed 6 feet away. They were wearing masks and gloves and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, working for Project Angel Food, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry stepping up. One of the guys that went to church at that crazy church in Baton Rouge that said, we're not going to stop having church, even though coronavirus. No, another person has died from one of those churches, a 78-year-old man. They're saying acute respiratory distress, pneumonia, and COVID-19 is what took him out. So this is the second person we've heard about.
Yeah.
Pretty scary.
Yeah, I hear you.
Not a good time to go to church, y'all.
Yeah, well, I just don't know of many churches that are not doing some kind of virtual service for you.
Speak for yourself, devil woman.
And finally here, it's been almost 2 weeks since Christopher Cross revealed that he was diagnosed with coronavirus. Yesterday, he gave an update on his recovery, saying, thank you to everybody that was checking on him. He said he is suffering intense muscle weakness and temporary paralysis. He is unable to walk and said that he will be doing physical therapy, but he just wanted to let everybody know how appreciative he was of all the concern. Everybody's been reaching out and saying, we hope you get better, and he's seeing all those messages.
And I want to say thank you for putting Christopher Cross in the dirt of the day.
A guy who hasn't been relevant for 30 years.
It's a bold move,
It is
my
a bold
friend.
move. I feel like it's a story for one.
It's a story for you.
It was.
I like him too. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We got some positives here to look at. One, that was pretty cool. The World War II vet that's been walking those laps. This guy wound up raising a lot more money than anybody ever expected that he would. And he had such a meager goal when he first started. He's like, maybe raise $1,000 or something like that. And now the British World War II vet who's been walking for charity has raised over $20 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
20 million, and he started thinking he'd get $1,000.
Yeah, his goal was to walk across his back patio 100 times by his 100th birthday, and he finished yesterday 2 weeks early.
And here he comes, Captain Tom Moore, approaching his 100th birthday. 100 laps of his garden during lockdown, all of the money going to NHS charities, a guard of honour from the 1st Battalion, the Yorkshire Regiment. Inches to go, and there he is. Congratulations. Well done. Captain Tom, how do you feel this morning?
Fine. I'm surrounded by the right sort of people.
You know, we're in a it's so cute, isn't it?
That's adorable. Good for him.
But you know, we're in a different time when we're all gripped by the play-by-play of a 100-year-old man taking laps in his garden. Oh, is he going to do it? I don't know. You never know what can happen
It's
here.
a different day,
It
Kevin.
is a different. I was hanging on that, actually. I was like,
I need that.
I almost felt like it was a sporting event. I'm kind of excited by this. This is great. And somebody else who took a little bit of a different approach, but, it all turned out well. There was a woman in Utah that went viral this week after she started wearing a face mask with cartoon penises all over it. Huh? And she has done some really good stuff just by doing that.
I had no idea that so many people would want them, and you can't get them where I ordered them anymore, but we do have the material. It's called Project Penis Mask, and all of the proceeds will go to benefit Utah Harm Reduction Coalition and the folks that we serve there. So many people just don't have a very good sense of humor these days. I just love that there are at least 150,000 people in the world that would also be willing to wear on their face out in public and think that it's hilarious, because it is.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
She's already raised over $50,000.
You do you, girl. I'm going to skip the penis mask for going out in public. It's just really not my flavor.
Well,
but
if you're gonna get people probably to talk to you. You're gonna get people saying stuff to you.
yeah, isn't that what we're trying to avoid?
I did wonder that with some of these masks that people are wearing. It seems, in fact, one of them was a woman who went out in a Buzz Lightyear helmet, and it would go down apparently. But they said all these people were stopping and asking to get their photo taken with her. I'm like, you've actually just increased your odds.
That's not the desired effect, guys. We're
Right.
not supposed to be taking selfies with randoms.
And I'm sure she wasn't trying to go viral.
It's going to be viral now.
Oh, she is viral. Chewbacca Mom Part 2.
COVID viral.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, I was telling you guys yesterday a little bit about how when I'm walking my dog Chewy, I'm noticing people are throwing gloves on the side of the road and right on the trail, and I saw one dog go up there and sniff it and had its snout all in there. So I snapped a picture of one of the ones on the ground. I'm holding it up to KVJ TV. I want you guys to see. Look how gross that glove is. That somebody. I mean, there's all kind of
discarded plastic gloves are gnarly and
that actually
nasty.
looks like OJ's.
Doesn't that look like?
Is he in the area murdering again?
I thought the same thing. I go, is that a murder glove right there?
Yes.
And dogs are, sniffing it, and you don't want to pick it up. In fact, I don't want to go anywhere near that. I zoomed in to get that picture.
Oh.
I know, man. Just stop throwing your gloves down on the ground. I mean, do I really have to say that?
Yeah,
you shouldn't have to, but yeah, I see them everywhere. I saw them yesterday.
On the ground?
On the ground, outside of the store. I'm like, really, people?
Well, here's what I'm worried about. You've got a bunch of these gloves, and then you've got some of these dogs without leashes. Now, they run out there, and they start to sniff and play around with the glove, and then they're running around.
Some dogs will eat that, too.
I'm not even,
there are dogs that'll try to eat that glove.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about corona at that point. I just don't want a dog licking that and then licking other stuff. I mean, I know dogs lick some pretty, gross, unsavory areas, if you know what I mean.
I think you need to continue your video series you've been doing, where you've been for a while compiling video of people that live in your community that take their dogs for walks and then don't pick up the poo. I think you also need to get people that drop the glove.
Yeah, I think I'm also kind of building a little bit of a group that hates me in my neighborhood.
Oh, this is exciting.
No, I'm not even kidding.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I hear you.
I got a lot of my neighbors wish I would die.
I'm very public with my grievances.
What you got in your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I got some crawfish for you, Kev.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I boiled up some crawfish yesterday.
Yeah, I saw your crawfish video on the KVJ Show Facebook page.
It makes me happy. It makes me feel normal. It's crawfish season. This is what we do during crawfish season. We make crawfish. Mm-hmm. And when I'm doing it, I'm so happy. But then when it's over, I'm so sad.
I'll tell you who's not happy about it.
Who?
The crawfish.
Oh, yeah. They don't like it, but yeah. So, yeah, I got plenty of crawfish for you today. I think I just need to boil crawfish every day, but that's going to get a little expensive.
It's pretty fascinating to see all of them move in the pot on camera. It's pretty hypnotic.
Yeah, they are pretty hypnotic to watch. My kids always take a few out and play with them, the live ones, so... They did that yesterday. They rescued a few, and we released them.
Giving them false hope.
Well, yeah. No, we released them in the
I've been
lake.
rescued. Oh, no, wait, I'm going right back
It's going to be okay. I promise you, my mom's not going to be drinking your brains in 20 minutes.
It's kind of really what it is, yes.
It
Drinking
is.
brains.
It's actually kind of making me sad.
I'm sorry.
What I got on my mind here today, thought this is really cool. One, a little bit of feedback. I've been talking a little bit about that Operation Odessa. Doug had said I'd heard you guys talking about it on Netflix, so I decided to give it a try since I love all the cocaine shows like Kevin does. And the first 10 minutes of the show, they're talking about how Vanilla Ice introduces the Russian mobster to the Colombian businessman in Miami. This is going to be a good show. Love you guys. You keep me and my wife laughing every single day. We never miss a minute of the show. So
nice.
Yeah, you enjoyed it. And I'm excited about this, too, because the guy who's in the show, you guys talking about that show this morning with Tarzan, He was that was the name of this guy. He was a Russian dude that was started off with the Gambino crime family, then had some cocaine money, opened up a strip club called Porky's here in South Florida, and then had a bunch of Russian mobsters hanging with him. They said, I actually met the guy a couple years before I went to prison. I was actually in the game for trafficking, and I met Tarzan a couple times. So hopefully we can get this person on.
Really?
Yeah, because that's kind of what he was doing.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people are looking for things to watch, and there's some good info about streaming and finding different things to check out on TV. Sharice said, I just want to give you all a heads up that Hulu has unlocked select HBO content from now until May 15th. They got several documentaries, movies, and shows, including Succession, Veep, The Wire, and Sopranos at no extra charge as long as you subscribe to Hulu. So, thought that was kind of nice.
Yeah, I got a subscription to them. Forgot about it, but I got it. Just saw that on my bill the other day.
Have you watched any Hulu?
All I've watched was Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and as soon as I start talking about that, I lose this room and the audience. So,
have you watched anything good on Hulu?
No, I guess not.
How much is Hulu? You get it?
I think it's I want to say like $8.99 a month. Someone will correct me in the chat room. It's something along those lines. I think it's the same as the YouTube Red.
Okay.
In the same ballpark.
Okay.
And also, Monica from Miami, thank you very much. She said, Kevin, I found something that may be of interest to you and fellow sports aficionados during the sports hiatus. Miami Dolphins and Big Brothers Big Sisters of Miami is hosting a free virtual combine this Saturday at 11 a.m., which will feature different family-friendly health and wellness events facilitated by the players and cheerleaders. And the link, you'll go to bbbsmiami.org. And they'll have it on there, but I will post that up on our socials if you would like to do that, because I know, to kind of get a little bit of exercise and run around every single day. My son Ken and I, we go out and he runs routes and I throw the ball and we play a little bit of football out in the street.
Okay.
Yeah, so just try and do a little bit of something. I mean, it's it's not real sports, but I guess it's better than nothing.
Speaking of not real sports, me and Dennys tonight, video game.
Oh, yeah. You guys putting anything on the line on this one?
Probably.
Yeah.
It'll be last minute and it'll be awful and I won't really think it through and then I'll be wearing it next week.
Oh, okay.
If you want to come over, you're more than welcome to. I mean,
tonight?
It's not like we're not all in the same. We're all quarantined together and from a certain point of view.
Well, we got family card night tonight, so I got to hang with my family.
Maybe I'll crash that thing.
Come on over. Yeah, you're right. You're welcome. Wear that outfit.
Don't wear that outfit.
After the KVJ cocktail hour.
Yeah, come on over.
What up, Rolston?
You just come over and do it at my house. Yeah, we'll teach you some card games.
I'd actually really like that.
Yeah, come on. You're welcome anytime. All right, coming up here in a couple minutes. I went to bed last night knowing that I guess there was going to be a conversation about what might open and when and a plan. I know that a lot of people getting a little bit stir crazy and they're like, okay, so what can I start doing? There are some things that are starting to be lifted a little bit here in the state of Florida. If you like beaches and boating, I got some good news for you coming up next.
If you love KVJ on the radio, you'll love them even more on Instagram. Follow at KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
Well, you just look at the news. You can tell that some people are starting to get a little bit stir crazy, and they're ready to get back out there. And so, our politicians and all those kind of people are, trying to do all right, let's try to give you a little bit of a glimmer of when things might open up. And they've unveiled a 3-phase plan, basically, of, I guess, when things will start opening up a little bit. According to some of the stuff that had happened last night and the announcements from the White House, phase 1 is going to be for states that have a downward trajectory of cases for 14 days. Now, they'll still need strict social distancing and no groups of more than 10, but places like movie theaters, restaurants, and stadiums can reopen with strict physical distancing. I was really kind of surprised to see movie theaters in that initial phase 1 listing. I know that some theaters, right before they were shut down, were trying to do some spacing of like every other seat and things like that for people that were coming out. But I thought that was kind of interesting that might happen. But again, you've got to see that downward trajectory of cases for 14 days. and asking, what that might be here. I did see that less than 1,000 new cases of the new coronavirus have been counted in each of the past 2 days, I believe, here in the state of Florida. And that's the first time that's happened since March 30th, 31st. So I guess we've got 2 of the 14 days down.
Okay.
I think that's what that means.
Anytime the numbers are going down, that's good. But I just would be really super careful. As long as people are still dying in the thousands every day, it's still a little scary to me.
Sure. And I think everybody's still got to act accordingly to how you feel and what you think is the right thing for you. This is just what they'll allow.
No random hookups.
No random hookups. You are still banned from going on Tinder, Jay Bird.
I'm not going on Tinder, first of all.
Phase 2 is for states with no evidence of a rebound. It encourages social distancing and no groups of more than 50 with schools reopened. Travel could resume in Phase 2. Phase 3, they say, envisions a return to normalcy for most Americans with a focus on identification and isolation of any new infections. Now, there's no set timeline for moving through each of these 3 phases. I think that it's really going to be left up to the state governors and how they feel. So they're going to allow them to make their own decisions on a local level. And so to me, the question will be, okay, well, what is going to be a state Ron DeSantis decision? What is going to be a county decision? And what is still going to be a city decision? Because as you see it, it's still not the same here in South Florida. Port St. Lucie is going to be reopening city-run boat ramps. Now, they closed them near the end of March when boaters were out there just, having all kinds of, it was
spring break.
Yeah, it was rum spring out there.
It really was.
So they closed that down because, you knuckleheads are out there just on each other's shoulders and all over each other, spreading that corona around. And then shortly after that, Governor Ron DeSantis ordered that boats must be 50 feet apart and have fewer than 10 passengers on board. So what will the restrictions look like if people can start getting back out onto the waterways?
And Florida's got wrestling still, brother.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's still allowed. And as far as beaches, Duval County in North Florida said it's going to reopen its parks and beaches for a limited time today. So you can go back out to the beaches and the parks there. So that is within the state of Florida that has opened that up. I know a lot of people would probably love to get back out to the beach, go set up their cubicle we were talking about yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have that 8-foot-tall plexiglass cubicle so you'll get absolutely zero breeze.
Yeah.
You're going to be in basically a little hot box.
So have people been going out and fishing on the... kind of going rogue and fishing, or do they get stopped if you go out and try to fish? Will someone say, all right, got to get out of here, buddy?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Someone was fishing by my canal the other day. They were away. There wasn't a soul by them.
Yeah, I don't know if that's any problem. I mean, for me,
why would that be a problem? If you have a cane pole and you're just by a canal and you're not near anybody.
I haven't heard of that restriction.
All right, good.
Now, I'm wondering if you're on a pier, what they might say about that. A lot of pier fishermen go out there. And to me, again, if you're maintaining a good distance from everybody else.
I mean, some people are, that's dinner.
Well, that's
they're catching dinner.
That's that's really their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So
I would not want to stop somebody from that. That's very peaceful, and it puts their mind in a good place, too. I know a lot of guys that fish, miss it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was the old thing.
They're just at their house with their Guy Harvey shirts on.
Looking at their boat in the driveway going, damn it, this thing is expensive.
Uh-huh.
If you're doing it responsible and you're not spring breaking it and hanging all over each other on a sandbar doing body shots, I mean, there's a definite difference.
Oh, big time. There is. Spring breakers ruined it for the fisher.
Yeah, it seemed like, everybody got crazy and they weren't really taking it seriously. We had that one weekend, I remember people were raging in Lake Boca.
Yes, we saw the pictures.
And all that stuff when we were being shamed by the national news agencies of go figure, look at Florida again. And then, we got really restrictive and shut everything down. It seems like it might be pinging slightly into the direction of, okay, we could give you guys again another chance, but just be cool.
Be cool.
Just
don't
be cool.
go to the sandbar and start sucking face with strangers. Come on.
We were on restriction. Now let's go. Don't make me ground you again.
Yeah. Somebody had said that if you are on a boat, it's okay. Piers are public parks, so they are closed. So right now, no pier fishing. But that might be some of the stuff. I wouldn't be surprised to see that kind of stuff starting to reopen where, okay, really, you should be able to go out here and maintain proper social distancing. Now, hopefully, you know, and you'll police yourselves. And now that they've got those drones that they fly over the beach with, hey, buddy, you're not social distancing.
We see you.
We got you. Come on, man.
Those are creepy.
Don't be a tool. Yeah. So now that they kind of start doing that stuff, then maybe we'll start seeing a little bit of freedoms go out just in the nick of time. So that is pretty much what the latest is on what you're going to be allowed to do and when. How do you think your Aunt Ann would be dealing with the pandemic if she were with us, Jaybird?
Not good.
Not good.
Oh, no. This would be a rough one to go through.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, her or my mom.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it would have been rough.
Well, the good news is your mom was agoraphobe, which meant she liked to stay indoors, so she had been doing the social distancing for quite some time.
She did, but my mom would go to grocery stores and restaurants. She could fight through the fear for food.
Okay.
Yes. And that was her thing. That was her.
Yeah.
That was her golf or her whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever your hobby is.
Eating.
Going grocery store shopping with my Aunt Ann. That was they lived for doing that.
Okay.
And going to restaurants.
Yeah. So that was it. So you think probably your
they would have taken this hard.
Would they have been eating a lot through it?
Delivery would have been through the roof.
So the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Oh, you know why I am the way I am.
You made me.
Yeah.
Well, one of our favorite Aunt Ann moments, and we've been replaying them. Yesterday we were talking about how it's been pretty much the 1-year anniversary this week since the passing of Jaybird's Aunt Ann.
It was
crazy. A year?
It was Easter, actually. Yeah, Easter going into Monday.
I feel like it just happened like 4 months ago.
I know.
Yeah, time is all kind of out of whack, but she loved pies.
Loved them.
Oh, pies galore.
Loved her eating and was very excited because there was one Thanksgiving where she had been invited to multiple Thanksgivings and was going to take part in that.
It was a New England Thanksgiving. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
This is with Barbara.
Oh, back before the rift.
This is before she had a friend named a friend in quotes.
Yes.
That brought her to this New England, Thanksgiving dinner, but kind of was holding it over her head a little bit. Barbara's an evil woman, by the way.
I think we know that.
We all know that.
We got into it, and we realized Barbara's not a good person.
But I think this is the birth of Barbara.
Yeah, this is before we knew how dark she was.
I know it's the birth of pies galore.
It is.
So if you've never heard that, stick around. We got it for you coming up. There have been so many great Aunt Ann moments. This is probably one of my favorites, though. A couple years ago, Aunt Ann was trying to work things so that she got not one, but several different Thanksgiving meals. And as you're trying to coordinate what was going to be happening with the family, Jaybird, you're trying to figure out exactly when the family was going to have Thanksgiving because Aunt Ann had so many plans going on here.
She had a lot of options. She was a free agent, and
Yeah.
a lot of people wanted her.
Yeah, and the interesting thing, too, somebody just put up on our texting, just kind of a quick reminder, wasn't the Pies Galore thing also the start of the feud with Barbara?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Remember, because Barbara got all mad?
It was.
Yeah, this
Remember,
is
it
where...
was going to be like a New England Thanksgiving
Yes.
dinner, whatever
this
that
is where it all started going south. Wow. Okay, well, check this out if you've never heard this. This is Aunt Ann talking about her plans for Thanksgiving.
But why do you want to change it? So what's the deal with it changing on Tuesday?
Well, my friend Barbara invited me to a place she said in Orlando, somewhere up in that area, that they're having a thing for, it's going to be a New England type thing. And they want as many New Englanders to go up there as possible. There's going to be everything there. She's going to, all kinds of turkeys, all kinds of mashed potatoes, all kinds of stuffings, pies galore. I can't wait for that.
Pies galore.
Pies galore. I can't wait for that.
It's so weird listening back. It's almost kind of like you're figuring out how this whole drama started. That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you didn't like Barbara.
Well, she's going to pay for my dinner, so what the hell?
Yeah.
She didn't like her dad even.
But hey, she's paying for dinner, so, what the hell, right?
I don't have to like her.
She's feeding me, right?
I can't imagine why Barbara was offended.
So we're going to do it Tuesday?
Yeah. I said Tuesday.
Well, who said you can change it on Tuesday?
Me.
But
What the hell are you asking me that? Are you going to cook it?
I'm not gonna cook it, but I'm saying, can everyone else do it on Tuesday?
If I say we're gonna have a Thanksgiving on Tuesday, we're gonna have it on Tuesday.
You can't do it on Tuesday.
What do you mean? Who are you, his lawyer?
Oh, I just thought we were.
This doesn't concern you.
Can we do it on Wednesday?
No, I got plans on Wednesday also.
What are you doing on Wednesday?
I'm doing another Thanksgiving on Wednesday.
Wow.
So you're having 3 Thanksgivings?
Yes, I am.
She loves Thanksgiving. 3 of them.
Loves Thanksgiving. You gotta understand, this is the biggest holiday in the Pennington household.
Okay, so you want to have Thanksgiving here on Tuesday?
Tuesday,
So
yeah.
Thanksgiving's been changed to Tuesday?
For our house, for this year. I think I deserve it. I've lived long enough.
I just don't want there to be any scheduling conflicts.
Between who? You know, schedule I'm doing Tuesday. Oh, I get it now. You gotta be Kevin's do-boys. Be a little puppet for Kevin.
Well, all right. So, okay, I guess we're having Thanksgiving on Tuesday.
Yep, yes you are. That's right.
That's so funny to listen back to.
Yeah.
You just gave in. You're like, all right.
Sometimes you just gotta give in, Virginia.
Well, Taylor Swift is one of many celebrities who have been stepping up during all this and trying to help people out. I know she's been paying some bills and things like that for some of her Swifties, which is really cool for her to do. A lot of other celebrities kind of getting into the mix as well. Even if they're not going out and buying masks and donating those, a lot of them jumping into a couple different things that are going to be all about supporting and helping people that are one way or the other being affected by this COVID-19 that is going on. They've got this all-in challenge that is happening for a lot of celebrities. We talked about it briefly yesterday, where celebrities are offering up kind of an experience that fans can get with this celebrity, and then they challenge one of their celebrity friends. Say, okay, you should put up a challenge yourself. And, you know, people love these kind of things.
Like, if we did one, you could drink with Virginia and get a buzz and then try to fight a bar. Like, that could be your experience.
That'd be great, yeah. Well, you bust a bottle, right?
Yes.
And then you take that busted bottle and try to stab people.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
found out
that's
yesterday.
worth something, right?
Yeah.
It's fun.
It would be a lot of fun. Here are some of the ones that are out there, and then I'll ask you which one you would take, and if you could design your own, what would it be? With whom? Justin Bieber jumped in on this, and he is going to be doing a sweepstake where he'll come and sing One Less Lonely Girl at your house.
I mean, that's worth.
If you are a Bieber fan.
That's adorable.
If you're a fan.
Drake's is 4 tickets to a Drake concert nearest your hometown, a private party with Drake and his crew, and round-trip airfare on Air Drake.
Wow.
What is that, his plane?
Yes, he's got a plane.
Air Drake?
Yes.
That's what we call it?
If you follow him on social, Kevin, you would know he's got a plane.
Dang.
That's pretty sweet.
Justin Timberlake and Bill Murray are offering up a chance to golf with them at Pebble Beach.
Justin can't have a girl win. It's got to be a dude.
Yeah, and Bill Murray, I think he's a pretty good golfer.
Yeah, he does play a lot. I assume that makes him good. Ellen DeGeneres has a chance for you to serve as her co-host on the show Ellen. Kevin Hart, you can get a speaking role in his next movie.
Yeah, you say, stop. That's all you get.
Probably that's about what you're looking at.
But it's still cool.
Major League Baseball is allowing you to throw out the first pitch at a World Series game. It'll probably be in the year 2025. You and a guest also get tickets to the game.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Philadelphia Eagles. One winner can attend an Eagles training camp and one preseason game where you'll get to design and call out a play. So those are all kind of cool experiences. Tom Brady has got one, too, where you can attend the Tampa Bay Buccaneers home opener, get Tom's first game-worn jersey, and join him for either dinner or a workout.
TB and TB, Kevin.
That would be the one you would give out. Work out with the Kevin Ralston. That'd be yours, I think.
Except I wouldn't show up.
He's a no-show.
That would be cool. I mean, Tom's first game-worn jersey with the Buccaneers, that could be worth some money alone.
Oh, yeah.
One day. Imagine auctioning that off. Magic Johnson has one where you can go to Los Angeles and play a game of horse with him at the Staples Center, and then he will come to your town and spend 1 hour with you going to dinner or just hanging out.
Wow.
What an oddly specific.
That is.
You can pick. What do you want? You got him for an hour.
Okay, let's play an hour of Uno.
I love it.
Let's do it. So you'd have to play Uno with you?
Yeah, and you Facebook it live.
You
That'd
could.
be awesome.
Yeah. Imagine what you could do. And then Alex Rodriguez has a 1-hour private batting lesson. And he'll also shoot you up with steroids. A personal injection from A-Rod. And then you get to keep his 2009 World Series replica trophy.
That's the weakest one. That's the weakest one on the list.
And then I like the one that Matthew McConaughey was pitching yesterday, where you can go to a University of Texas football game with him.
Yes.
And hang out, watch the game in his private box.
I mean, it would just be cool to breathe the same air as Matthew McConaughey for a day.
I think you'd walk out of there going, I might have got some wisdom. Or he just confused me, but you're going to walk out of there with a story.
I think you'd have a good time.
Yeah.
I think you'd have a good time. That's the one that I like, and it's not even, on the table right now, the ones that I mentioned. So I think that's the one I would go with. Do you have a favorite of any of these, Virginia? If you had to throw in some money for any of these, which one do you think would be the coolest?
I think I agree with you on the Matthew McConaughey thing because I like him. I'm not into Texas football, that's for sure.
Right.
But it's the whole experience of being with him and you're in his box suite, which that's going to be awesome. It doesn't matter what game you're watching. If you're watching from a box suite, that is awesome.
Yeah, I think it'd be a fun environment.
He's going to be a hospitable guy, too. He's going to be a guy that makes sure you have a good time.
Well, he would be cool. Of all the celebrities that I mentioned, I think Matthew McConaughey is the one guy, like, he and I could click and actually hang out and be friends on a real level and have a good time. I think it would be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Stalker much?
And that's why he's a great actor, because he's got us all believing that.
I really think that he and I would click.
We belong together.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to hang with you. I know we're going to be connected for life.
Which one would you go with, Jay Bird?
Me and you, my friend, are going to the World Series, and when we throw out that first pitch, we're wearing KVJ shirts.
Gosh, yeah, that's smart, man.
We're going to see the game. We're going to be a part of the excitement.
Yeah.
Get a little pub.
Okay. If you could design your own, what would be the celebrity and what would you do?
Billy Joel and him do a personal. If I go, so Billy, do me a favor, play Summer Highland Falls and tell me what you were thinking when you wrote it. He really breaks it down. Okay, any song I want for 2 hours. A private one-on-one. Ask him anything with the piano. That would be amazing.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
Okay. Virginia, do you have one?
I would be torn between two. So I either want to be quarantined with the Kardashians or with the cast from Vanderpump Rules.
You're deliberately trying to make people mad, right?
No, that's me being honest.
Wow. I think I would, for the weekend of the Ohio State-Michigan game, I would be the personal assistant of the Buckeyes head coach, or I'd follow him around everywhere and be a part of everything, like from game planning the week leading up to being on the field, sideline, to the eventual, celebration party after the win.
That's great, Kevin. What out of the three, which one was the weakest?
We're all set different.
See,
if I had to follow the coach from Ohio around with a notepad and be his personal assistant, I would be pissed.
You're basically his little bee.
I would never, ever want to be a part of that.
Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. You get to design your own celebrity sweepstake. A lot of them are doing it right now. Hanging out with them. They come to your house, sing one of their signature songs. You actually get to be in the field with them, get their game jersey, get a steroid shot in the butt, whatever it might be. Got to Al Green from the Pizzle. He texted and he said, I want to do a smoke session and some munchies with Wiz Khalifa. I wonder what that Dennys would be. Would it be hanging out with some kind of pot enthusiast?
I don't know.
Or would it be something else?
Denny's a complicated, deep cat, man. He's like an onion, very layered.
Is there some famous worm farmer he would want to hang with and compare notes? And...
I think he's on the phone getting yelled at right now by somebody, so I don't think he can come over to the microphone. But
oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, but
what have we done to upset people now?
Oh, Virginia Kardashian stuff.
Yes, I'm getting a lot of those texts.
I mean, both of your answers are pretty horrid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the text, I would rather get Corona than hang out with the Kardashians. Kardashians, sorry. Yeah, Yeah, somebody said, I'd like to smoke pot and make clay pottery with Seth Rogen for 2 hours.
I feel like you can't go past 2 hours. You know what I mean? With somebody.
Yeah, it's going to be like weird after that.
Realistically, you're not going to get more than 2 hours.
I think it would get a little bit odd.
It'd get weird after 20 minutes, I feel like.
There's got to be a time limit on it. That's why I think, yes, an hour to 2 hours tops, that is it. At that point, it's kind of like when you have family around and they've been there for a while, and you're like, all right,
We've already talked about everything.
Yeah. Chrissy's on here from Port St. Lucie. What did you want to do for your celebrity sweepstake? If you could design your own, Chrissy, what would it be?
I would want to spend a day with Ariana Grande, ask her to sing a few songs, probably sing along with her, and just hang out, get to know her, and ask her how she was feeling writing a few songs. Like, what made you write it? Who did you write it about?
Yeah, I could see that. Arguably, if you've got a favorite artist, hanging out with them and, just kind of watching them perform a little bit and then talking to them just one-on-one about stuff and just seeing how they would behave, like, in the kitchen. Like, what would they do?
Especially if it's somebody you really, really love and you know that'll work really well and you have such obscure questions that if you ever did them in an interview, people would be like, why are you asking that stupid question? But something that you specifically want to know.
Yeah.
I get it. Do you have a musician that would be like that?
Trying to think, because the unfortunate thing is there are some musicians that I've liked that have been complete tools and I just don't know what they would be like, because sometimes musicians can be really weird and squirrely.
Could you imagine sitting down one-on-one with a Paul Stanley from Kiss, just you and him? Do you think that would be cool or uncomfortable?
I don't know. Now that would not, as a teenager, that would have been my odd fascination. Now I don't.
There's no way you'd like that.
Nah. I don't know. That'd be mine. I'm trying to think of the bands. Like, you know what? Dave Grohl would be the one that I would choose from the lead singer of the Foo Fighters.
That's a good one.
And I think hanging with him, again, that's one of those people like he and Matthew, I think we'd just be solid friends. Like, I think I could hang out with Dave Grohl and we'd have a good time and got a lot in common. I stalk him. But I think that'd be kind of fun to sit down and watch him write some songs or just hang out, do whatever.
He'd be a great one.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to even ask Virginia that question.
Musically?
Yeah.
It'd probably be somebody from Cowboy Mouth.
I do love Cowboy Mouth.
Cowboy Mouth.
Some other ideas: attend NASCAR race and hang out with Jimmy Johnson. Be back in the garage. And
oh my gosh, Suits would love
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah, watch from the pit box and get to take home Jimmy's race helmet. That's pretty. Yeah, for NASCAR fans, it's a good call. Somebody else texted in and said, mine would be to hang with Jay-Z for 2 to 3 hours in the recording studio while he's creating a song. I agree. That would be fascinating because I've heard with Jay-Z that he kind of just rolls with it. Like, he has maybe scribbled down some notes and some thoughts, but then they just throw on the music, and he just having a genius like that and watching him work, I think would be pretty fascinating. Some of the other ideas, I would pick a stripper party with Charlie Sheen.
You're going to come out of that
a changed person.
A different person.
Yeah, you'll need to drive right to the clinic.
I mean, you're partying with the Warlock?
Yes. Uh-huh. A few celebrity birthdays that we got for you here today. Quick little shout out to Posh Spice, Virginia. I know you used to love you some.
I do love Posh.
Victoria. Yeah, she's
Definitely my favorite.
She's your favorite of all of them.
Hands down, favorite Spice Girl.
Is it because she's the most pretentious?
Yes.
Okay.
And she's the hottest, and she's the most fabulous, and she's
the weakest singer.
The weakest singer.
They turned out her mic. I'm not even kidding you.
She's the least talented.
They turned up sporty.
Well, maybe least talented at singing, but certainly not least talented at fashion. Homegirl built an empire.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Very, very wealthy in her own right. And she's got David Beckham money, too. So, I mean, it's fun to follow her on social.
Have you seen the virtual tour of their Miami penthouse?
No, I need to.
Oh, my goodness. It is unbelievable. What is it? It's like maybe I have to find it because it was like, was it like $22 million, something like that.
Whoa, I bet it's sweet. I've seen a lot of her stuff in the house with her and her family and the kids. I'm just fascinated by it, you know. As her kids are getting older, it's interesting to see their relationships and how they coexist.
Yeah. Yeah, David Beckham drops $20 million on an insane Miami penthouse with its own helipad.
Dang.
It's 11,000 square foot apartment. It's in the Zaha Hadid designed 1000 museum there in Miami.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got obviously water views and all that kind of stuff. It is absolutely insane. It's in a 62-story skyscraper there, so Jaybird would love that.
He would love it.
Sounds sweet.
Yeah, so he's getting all ready for a soccer season if they ever can get the thing going on. But, yeah, it's pretty crazy. They say there's 84 residences in this, including one 2-story duplex penthouse, 4 townhouses, and 70 half-floor units. Prices range from $6 to $22 million. So the cheapest you could get is a place for $6 million in there. You could go as high as 22.
Wow.
Dang, that is pretty insane, huh? It's nicknamed the Scorpion Tower for its exoskeleton structure. So if you know which one that is, that's where Beckham's place is. Definitely not hurting.
No.
Another celebrity birthday today. Jennifer Garner turning 48 today. Ben Affleck's ex. Also got a birthday shout out. Happy 3rd birthday to Matthew, a.k.a. Boohooba, from Mommy, Christy, Daddy, Edgar, and big sisters Alyssa and blank. Uh-oh, they forgot to put their sister's name in there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Happy birthday.
They got so excited. And send. I want to say happy birthday to our own Super Pie, Emmy Pie. She's turning 10 on Saturday. That's from Mommy, Daddy, Keegan, and Bootylicious. And you will get a real party when all this is over. Laura sent that.
Yes, a lot of makeup parties are going to happen.
Yeah, I saw that. In fact, there's a promotion going on. It was like a Bush Light or something like that is offering up free beer for life for somebody whose wedding was canceled.
Oh, that's a good promotion.
It's amazing.
Yes. You love Bush Light.
If it's really for life, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get those for life deals and it's only
one case per month.
Yeah, one case per month for 2 years.
Yeah, and a Bush Life fan, I mean, my goodness, that could be 2 million cans in the course of a year. They could knock down some Bush Light. Let me see other stuff that we got going on here. If you ever want to get a birthday on, you can let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. All right, time once again for the No Name Movie Game. Jaybird, man, he has been really on fire ever since this. I'm telling you, ever since the coronavirus hit, he's never been better. I mean, the world is suffering, and this guy, he is really into some kind of crazy zone I've never seen in 15 years.
Well,
He's always been an opposite man, though.
Just for the No Name Movie Game. Believe me, everything else is falling apart.
Oh, it is? Okay. All right. Now, let's see if he can keep this streak going. It's 4 in a row if you win today.
Is it 4?
I never got the email from Lee today. He didn't send us the stat. So without that, I'm completely lost.
Lee, I hope you're okay, but
I don't know what. Yeah, I hope he's all right.
Yeah, but I'm going for the 4th.
Okay. And I think it might be your overall. I think you got 5 wins on the year. Virginia has 7. I think this would make it 6 if you win.
Yeah.
So you would be just 1 behind her.
Big numbers, Bird.
Yeah.
It's a big year.
All right. Well, we're going to start off with Virginia, see if she can regain her previous form with Nick from Jupiter. Hello, Nick.
What's up, KVJ Show?
Yeah. Nick. All right, Nick, you ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready. I have Virginia as my partner.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaybir's going down.
Okay. He's ready to bring it here.
Stop being such a Nick.
Okay, Virginia is going to give you clues to the movie. She can't use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. Your 60 seconds begins now.
Okay, he's a stripper, and it's a bunch of guys, and they're sexy.
Traffic Mike?
Yes. It's a pot movie. If I'm doing a cake in the oven and it's not all the way cooked, it's what?
Half baked.
Yes. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. It's the biggest city in Illinois.
Ooh, Chicago?
Yep, got it. Pass on that one. They're all blue. They're like aliens and stuff. And it was a big, big, huge movie. Yes. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. You see these in the middle of a mall. Water's coming out of it. You throw coins in it.
Fountain?
Yes. Rough. What am I? Rough.
A dog.
But
Alpha?
I'm really hairy, unkempt. I'm a what?
It's a tricky one.
Shaggy dog.
Shaggy dog.
Ooh, that's
okay.
a 5 spot.
5 spots.
Solid score.
Decent for the witch.
Mm-hmm. Solid score.
It's better than last week.
Let's see if Dennys can't get it going here. What do you have? I think. Do you have any wins?
I don't know. I think I have like the.
You have one, I think.
Okay. He has one win. Okay.
I hope.
All right. Jordan is on here from Loxahatchee. Hello, Jordan.
BJ!
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see here. You got Dennys today. He really could use a win.
Yeah, I can feel great.
Yeah.
End this week like that.
Yeah.
Danny's had a rough week. Something with his shrimp went down last Thursday.
What happened
no.
to your shrimp?
We'll have to hear about that here in a second.
Oh,
Yeah.
Denny's, don't tell me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not catastrophic, but it certainly wasn't
A
great.
lot of shrimp drama.
Oh,
There
a
was a
little
lot
shrimp
of
drama.
shrimp
a little
Okay.
shrimp.
I need an update.
We'll hear another epic tale of the shrimp daddy.
This is all we have.
Yeah.
I need a shrimp update.
All right, Jordan. Danny's going to give you the clues. 60 seconds on the clock here in the No Name Movie Game. Your time begins now.
If you can't die, people would consider you this. It was a movie with a guy that kills people with his car. Pass that one. This is Arg matey. I live down south. I plunder. The famous one. The famous one that.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, you got it. This is what we fly in to travel.
Airplane.
Yep. If you really love this country, and you are a person who loves this country.
Patriot?
Yep. This is if you are the star of a movie, you aren't the antagonist, you are the protagonist. There's a term for that. It's an old school term for children to use. Pass that one. Let's see. This is a person who searches out people and returns them for money. He's not a police officer.
Bounty hunter.
Yep. This is if you're not nice and you're not a boy, you would be this.
Pass.
Oh, that was the tricky one.
Got a
Mean
4
Girls.
spot.
Right below.
Mean
Just
Girls.
shy. Just shy. Okay. Well, it is up to Chris here in Port St. Lucie to keep this win streak going. I believe Jaybird's biggest win streak of all time in the No Name Movie
Of
Game.
any kind of game we've done.
Of anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
And just in life.
Just even in baseball, like anything. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Chris, you ready to keep this streak going?
Yeah, let's go, Jaybird.
Good brother, it's all I got right now.
Let's do it. I got you, man.
Okay, I like the enthusiasm.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Let's make this happen. 60 seconds are on the clock. Okay. No Name Movie Game.
Take the
Jaybird
jacket
is
off.
taking off his leather vest,
Can you put it back on?
his biker vest.
Let me get serious here.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll take off my shirt with you, too, man.
I love it.
Okay.
Solidarity.
Yes, on the
Picture.
same page.
Prove it.
Somebody called in and they're like, "What's going on with Jason?" Because they had just tuned in. He's like, "Is he dressed like a woman / a biker?" I had to explain it to him.
He lost a bet. This isn't paying it off.
I get it. It's annoying. All
It's
right.
stupid.
And here we go.
And here we go. Okay, 60 seconds on the clock in the No Name Movie Game. Your time begins now.
Creatures go to school here. If you're a creature and you go to a college, it would be what? Like a Frankenstein?
Monsters, Inc.?
No! The college. Think of the college. Pass. I stole this. I steal this at Christmas time.
Grinch?
Yes.
The Grinch that stole
Yeah,
Christmas.
you got it. Reptilian, you're not supposed to kiss, and not, and you also have a crown on your head. Crown on your head. You can't kiss that amphibian or that reptile. A pass. Pass. Loves the bear that puts the nose in the honey. Loves the bear. That puts
Pooh Bear.
No, the adult guy. What's his name?
Winnie the Pooh.
No, the adult.
Christopher.
Yes.
Christopher Robin.
Yes. Superhero who's got the color of a booger that flies around like a.
Green Lantern.
No, the other one. Damn it.
We got
Hornet.
a 2 spot in there, and the streak comes to an end.
Crown and amphibian.
I'm sorry, Jay Bird. I tried my best.
Don't you beat yourself up. Don't you beat yourself up. It's all on me.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Well, thank you very much, Chris.
We at the Dirt of the Day hate to take your belt, but I'll be taking your belt now.
Nick, you dethroned the champ, my man.
Be in Virginia. I knew it. We'd be undefeated.
Nick, you were awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
James Casito in the chat room. Bird, relax. Geez. James, mind your own business.
You have to lose on this show and then get in a fight with the chat room about how bad you lost.
That's the protocol.
That's how it goes around here.
Jaybird, I do think you did win the award for the best clue, though. Flies around like a booger was
Color of a booger.
Yeah, it was the best thing I heard.
Was that Shrek?
That was the
That was
green
a green
Oh,
hornet.
the green hornet. Jeez, I don't even get my own clues. Did that just happen?
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Give your own
I don't even get my own clues.
That's this whole show.
Oh, well, we heard of the gripping tale that apparently Dennys has had some shrimp issues. Now, if you don't know, he is a shrimp daddy. He's got a little aquarium with several shrimp that he's been raising in there, and we've been following the ongoing saga of the shrimp pregnancies and the new shrimp babies and everything else that's been going on. Apparently, they reproduce a lot. We got an update on that. And you're saying there's been some shrimp drama that has been happening yesterday, Dennys.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else is going through this, but I don't know if it's the weather or what's going on, but there's a lot of sugar ants. Have you guys been getting a lot
They're
of sugar
all
ants?
over the control board here.
Well, that is at any time during the year with us. There's no season.
Yeah, I've killed 18 this morning.
We have a bit of an ant problem right now. We're working on it.
Wow.
Yeah, the last week has been a ton of like sugar ants on everything, all over the house, like upstairs, downstairs, everywhere. There's these sugar ants.
Are they like all the other animals that are coming out now that we've been quarantined?
Yeah, I think that they know that people aren't stirring around. They're moving about. But I followed a line of them. You can follow a line all the way, and I followed it all the way to my shrimp tank.
What?
And I'm like, what the heck are the shrimp going to my shrimp tank for?
Yeah.
What they do is they go up to the top, and they try to drink the moisture from the evaporated moisture on the top of the container. They seek out moisture. The problem is it's salt water, so when they start drinking it, they die, and they fall into my shrimp tank.
Oh,
So
no.
every given morning, I have to fish out about 20 to 40 dead ant carcasses.
Question: Can I'm sorry. Step on your
It's
joke.
okay, go ahead.
Can they eat the dead ants?
Well, so I don't think they do because they eat plankton, like little tiny microalgae. So they're vegetarian.
Yeah.
So now I just have a
They're
ton
not
of
vicious carnivores.
Yeah, I have a ton of these ant carcasses, and then I didn't want to put one of those ant traps that has poison on it because I didn't want them to get
Right.
poison, go up there and drink some water and die, and then fall in there and then poison my shrimp
I
tank.
have a guy. If you want me to send him over to your crib, he's one of my neighbors, but he's a pest control guy. He's an expert, and he's really cute.
Oh, well,
I'll send
double
him-
win.
Are you looking for a hot dude?
I'll send him over.
Are you looking for a nooner?
This actually might be the next new topic here. Okay.
But yeah, it's been a weird issue. I don't know if anyone's else been having this, especially if they have aquariums. Follow the train.
I went over to his house. He was beside himself yesterday.
Oh, I can imagine.
Well, I'm
I mean,
fishing him out, and I'm like, Bird, look at this. I'm like, look how many dead ants I have to fish out of this tank. And he's like, what?
Look at this ruin your day.
Yeah.
It could throw off your ecosystem.
Well, that's what I'm worried about because each time one dies in there, the bacteria in the water will break down the ant, and it releases like nitrates into the water. And
Toxins.
there's too much nitrates
This
compared.
is a problem.
Yes, it'll kill them all.
Have you ever heard him this upset?
It's
I'm hoping we can get him set back. Yeah, clearly he might need to take a half a day.
I'm sure you guys picked up on the breadcrumbs I've been dropping that I'm going to be splitting my tank into 2 tanks. I'm sure you guys noticed that.
Yes. I heard that yesterday. I got very excited.
So-
We've heard the hints. We didn't-
Scripting.
Yeah, we want to say.
I've been
You
sprinkling-
better
I was-
Facebook Live that.
Yeah, I was trying not to be too, out there with them, but I've been dropping
Yeah.
those little crumbs for you guys.
Facebook Live, and I think management would really be cool if we lost some more numbers.
They'll start emailing us. What are you guys doing?
Wow.
No one cares.
Look, Corona, man.
Yes.
It's a different time.
Different time.
It
But-
would be insane, though, from the perspective of the shrimp because they're tiny. And I know ants are tiny, but so are the shrimp. So could you imagine if you woke up every day and you looked up and there's like 20 carcasses about your size floating
a great point.
right above you?
It's horrifying.
Yeah, they're about the same size as ants. Sugar ants are just slightly smaller.
So it'd be people-sized cadavers are floating
Above
above your
you.
head as you wake up every morning.
And you have to pretend like everything's cool.
Yeah.
Are we the only morning show in America talking about pet shrimp?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
I think it's some of our best work.
Definitely better than
Boy,
the
that's
dirt.
sad to say.
Better than the dirt in the dirt.
Yeah. That's sad to say.
Better than your booger clues.
Want to feel better about your own messed up life? Check out the people in the whacked out news every weekday morning at 8:45 on the KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
Well, she's got a brand new song out today that you can check out called I Dare You. It is Kelly Clarkson. Hey, what's up?
Kelly.
Yeah, checking in from Montana.
Yes, I'm in the middle of nowhere.
And it looks like you're loving it. I've been loving watching all the videos with you and your husband and your kids. It seems like you guys are just having the best time there.
Oh, we are. I mean, we're very lucky. We actually bought this ranch a little under a year ago, and we didn't know we'd be able to spend this kind of time here yet. So it's been pretty cool. But we also have 3 kids that are in school, and I'm cooking every meal and cleaning, and it's a lot.
Yeah, you. When I first asked you, you're kind of like, there was a long inhale that kind of happened, and I'm kind of curious, where are you set right now with your quarantine clock? How are you and the family doing? Are you kind of getting over it, or are you still just loving every minute of it?
Oh, we are over it. We are. we are over it. I mean, if I'm just being honest, I mean, we are definitely making the best of it, and
Yeah.
we're very fortunate, like in our circumstances. But just wrangling 2 toddlers and a teenager to try and get their work done, or everybody's sick of the same old food. I'm definitely not a short order cook, and it's and it's just constant cleaning and. You're just all constantly around each other. I don't know if families are used to this kind of constant, but we're doing good. We're just we're like everyone. I mean, I talked to my sister and her family, and everyone's the same. We're all just kind of like
Yeah. I've seen what you've been doing a little bit with changing the show. You've got some segments that you're running that you taped before the quarantine had happened. You're doing what you can live. I saw the great video you did with Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick. That was really cool doing that. And it's changing a lot of business, and especially too when you got a new movie that had come out, and you guys, I guess that was released straight to streaming, and that's all kind of different promoting it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I mean, honestly, for the entertainment industry right now, like especially movies, like. It's kind of genius to just put it out for streaming instead of holding it back because no one has anything to do. So, I mean, we've literally watched Trolls like 6 times at our house. Like, there's not much to do. Like, so you know what I'm saying? We've gone from the Call of the Wild to Dr. Dolittle to Trolls like nonstop. My kids are, because you've got to let them have breaks, like from, so we make them go on walks outside. We make them, definitely get outside, but there's kind of not a lot to do in your trip. So it's, for us in the entertainment industry, I mean, I guess we all kind of feel a little obligated to kind of keep, dancing in the circus because a lot of people need it.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. So.
How do your kids react to watching, your voice, the Delta Dawn character that you voiced in Trolls World Tour? If they placed it, do they know it's you? Do they think it's awesome?
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of ruined all of that for them because of Ugly Dolls, this other movie I was in.
Okay.
I kind of, ruined that smoke and mirrors. They're like, oh, it's not a real thing, and there's real people that play it. So I kind of ruined that a couple years ago. But now they totally get it, and they get so excited. It is weird, though, when I get in the car, like every time I get in the car here with them, like just to drive our properties, I've watched to drive to another part. They literally ask me every time to play Born to Die, which is this really sad, depressing country song that I sing in the show. And I'm like, why do you want to do like,
this is a tough time for Born to Die, kids.
Isolation for, yeah, we've been here for a minute, but we're not there yet. Like, it's like...
How is life going to look for you? I know everybody right now is trying to figure out when, and nobody really knows, but I know for you, if there weren't all this going on, you have a residency planned for what, July in Vegas, correct?
Well, yeah, we you know, we're having to basically push that because we can't do it. Like, one, I wouldn't want to put my fans, my crew, my family, you know, and people don't get, like, even though it's starting then, our rehearsals were actually now because of my shows. Yeah, because I do The Voice and I do my talk show as well. So there's no way to really rehearse for it. So, you know, we're having to push that back. We're having to figure out with The Voice right now what we're going to do for the live.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different world promoting a single like this. But it is what it is. And I think we're all just kind of rolling with what we're given, you know?
Kelly, we are all massive fans of yours, and we cannot wait to hear this song and more new music. We're going to be playing the song I Dare You here in just a second, and I can't wait to get you back to Los Angeles and back on TV and everything else that you're doing. Thank you so much for checking in with us today.
Oh, no, thank y'all for chatting with me as well. Y'all have a good one, and please stay safe and healthy.
Isn't she just sweet as Texas T, Virginia?
She is. She's so likable.
She is. I would think. Would you say Kelly Clarkson is one of the top 5 most likable celebrities we have?
Yeah.
If you had to put together a list.
Maybe it's a Texas thing. Matthew McConaughey, Kelly Clarkson.
Very likable. Yeah, I would put Matthew McConaughey in the top 10. If I had to put together a list, here's what I got right now. How's it looking and who am I missing? Kelly Clarkson is in there, I would think. Tom Hanks, Keanu Reeves, Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, Ellen, Matthew McConaughey, The Rock.
It's a pretty good list.
It's decent. My niece finds Kelly Clarkson annoying.
Oh, really?
Well, I was talking to her yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, what happened at work?" I said, "Well, we interviewed Kelly Clarkson." She's like, "Ugh, so annoying." I go, "Really? She's annoying?" I just can't. She just annoys me.
Really? That is odd. Sometimes really nice celebrities. Everybody loves you just for whatever reason can't stand.
Well, you said Ellen, and I know some people who really think Ellen rubs them the wrong way.
I put her down the list because, I think she's kind of fallen off likability here lately.
Jimmy Fallon, I thought, used to be more likable, and there's a lot of people who just can't stand Fallon.
I think what happened to Jimmy Fallon was he is very likable, and he seems like a super sweet, awesome dude. I think he just started to annoy people.
I think you're right. yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but he seems like an amazing guy. Yeah, the Rock I would put on there, like him, but you could probably, you could point out a few blemishes on that. Dave Grohl seems pretty rock solid to me as a likable dude.
I've seen him in many interviews, and he does seem like a cool cat.
Yeah, he seems to have one of the most untarnished, along with Keanu Reeves. I don't know where you would start throwing the shade there.
He seems pretty cool, too.
Tom Hanks.
See, here's the thing, though. If any of these celebrities get lippy politically, that's going to knock them down a great deal.
But I think a lot of these are pretty clean on that.
I don't know.
I don't know of anything that stands out. I mean, if it is, it's not on my radar.
Okay. I thought, and I thought Hanks got chirping and turned people off. I could be wrong, though.
Who would you put in the top 5 then? Most likable celebrities.
Dolly Parton needs to go in there.
She is likable.
She is lovely.
Yeah, that's a great call.
I think Willie Nelson's likable.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a talk show Jimmy Kimmel. I like Kimmel better than Fallon.
He rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
Kimmel?
Are you out of your mind?
I like him.
Half of the country hates Kimmel.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
He would not make the list.
Oh
Does he get political?
Yes.
What?
Oh, I don't
Big time.
You don't even watch the show.
I don't
Big
watch
time.
the show.
You know exactly where he stands.
You're talking about 2001 Kimmel.
Yeah, no.
I have no idea.
He ain't going to make that list. Yeah, Dolly Parton's a really good suggestion, though. Is there anybody else, or do we completely nail it?
I'm trying to think of other people who are not political.
It's tough now because, you may be like, oh, okay. Like, you'd even throw out a Reese Witherspoon, but you're like going, I remember that one time where she's like, do you know who I am?
Yeah, and political as well.
It's hard to go even people you would think from the movies that are sweet as pie, they're completely awesome. They're unblemished.
And all I'm saying is it's the celebrities who are outspoken with their politics that turn some people off.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there you go. If you want to throw into that.
Betty White. Someone said Betty White.
Oh,
yeah,
Betty White.
No doubt. That's a really good call. 877-979-9763. You can hit us up here on the KVJ show. Feel Good Fridays. Got some positivity that you want to share with the show here, you can. Just let us know. Also, too, we want to make sure that we are getting your dedications that we can play here on the show. If you want to do a shout out to anybody, isolation dedication. If you just have been away from somebody, Virginia was talking about how she was making crawfish for friends and they're pulling up to the driveway, and it was just so nice to see faces she hasn't seen in person for a while. I know a lot of people are going through that, so if you want to give a shout out to anybody on the radio, you can give us an isolation dedication.
Aww.
You can record a greeting for your friends or family or any of your healthcare workers. Just go to our 97.9 WRMF app. It's absolutely free. You can listen to the KVJ show, check out our podcast, our video show, whatever. Go to the mic drop feature in the upper right-hand corner, and you can record your own voice and then be heard on the radio. It's called an isolation dedication. So you can go do that, and then we will play them on the radio. A couple people to shout out here today, the KVJ Heroes of the Day. One of these actually might be going to somebody who has saved a dog's life. 26-year-old Samuel Reyes was jogging across the Brickell Key Bridge in Miami when he noticed a dog struggling to stay afloat.
Oh, my.
So he jumped off the bridge and swam towards the struggling pooch and scooped it up into his arms.
Aww.
And then as he got close to shore, a couple of good Samaritans were there on dry land who violated their social distancing to help hoist the dog onto the shore.
I love stories like that.
Yeah, it is good
I love
stuff.
when people save a dog or an animal like that.
I mean, to jump in
Yeah.
and just that's huge.
And the really good news in this whole story for Samuel, his jogging companion had a phone and was able to capture the video, and now it's going extremely viral. So,
And then you find out that the dog was an actor, and this is all set up.
that he threw the dog into the water, then ran up on the bridge and jumped in to save it.
He's been training the dog for weeks to do this.
It's one of them Hollywood dogs.
Damn it.
Yeah. Gosh, man. Got us, huh? Yeah, there's a lot of really good positive stuff that is happening out there that I'll throw out for you today. One of them, less than 1,000 new cases of the new coronavirus have been counted in each of the past 2 days. And they were talking about when we can start opening up the rest of the world, especially what we care about, which is here in South Florida. And the first thing that was said out of the White House last night was you need to see about 14 days of a leveling off or a decrease. So got 2.
Okay.
Need 12 more, and then maybe you can start really doing some different stuff. And maybe opening up some restaurants and with maintaining some social distancing on top of it.
We put day 3 together. You know what we call that, Virginia? A streak.
Yeah, Jaber knows all about streaks. There's also a new drug by Gilead Sciences that has shown effectiveness in treating coronavirus. So maybe we could have something. I think they're doing some animal testing on it right now. And I guess that means that they have to give like an animal coronavirus, or how does that
I
happen?
don't know. I'm sure that either way, the animal's real pumped.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, why you gotta test me? Can't we test Bob over there? Nobody likes Bob.
I think they
Everybody
are.
likes me.
They're doing human testing.
Can we do the testing like a Harvey Weinstein?
Yes, I agree.
He doesn't even have it. We thought he had it because the story came out, and I was all like,
he don't have it.
He don't have it.
No. There's a guy in Kenya who says that he was inspired by Mother Teresa and now has helped to feed over 24,000 families in the last few weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool as well. So that's a big positive. And shout out too, I was just, even on social media, I was checking out last night. There was somebody that was going down, and you know how they had that H3 group that is doing so much to feed people who have been displaced.
Yes, Hospitality Helping Hands.
Yeah, and they had some volunteers that were out there, put in 4-hour shifts, and people were just coming up like crazy, and they were giving out vegetables and food and things like that for people. And
I think there was like 800 cars.
There was. That's what's
That
just
is
really
massive.
Yeah, that's what's really kind of mind-boggling with the whole thing is just the need that everybody has out there, and I think a lot of us, you take it for granted, and there's a lot of people out there hurting, so they need some help. So, doing all that we can to do that, including still, if you want to go and donate some money directly to a service industry worker here in South Florida, you can. All you have to do is go to our website, kvjshow.com, and we've got videos from different bartenders and servers and things like that are up there with their Venmo accounts. And you can go and just drop $5, $10, whatever. It would go a long way to getting back some of those tips. Like for Krista here from Johnny Mango's in Jumbie Bay.
Hey everyone, my name's Krista Knox. I am a bartender at both Johnny Mango's Tiki Bar and Grill and Jumbie Bay Island Grill in Jupiter, Florida. And I've been out of work since March 17th due to the coronavirus. Good luck as well. See you all soon. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. She says she's also a stay-at-home dog mom, and I have the dog in the video. So her Venmo, Krista-Knox-1 is what you would go to for that. So we appreciate everybody that's been dropping off those donations at kvjshow.com. Michelle is on here from Port St. Lucie. We've had some people, too, talking about most likable celebrity to add to our list, where you're throwing in your Dolly Parton, your Betty White, Kelly Clarkson. Would she make that list? We just spoke with her a couple of minutes ago. Tom Hanks, Keanu Reeves, Dave Grohl, Matthew McConaughey. Michelle, who else would you suggest for this list?
So I think Chris Hemsworth would be a really good addition to that list.
Yeah, he the guy who plays Thor in all the Avenger movies. Yeah, he's. I think, and I hear that he seems like he does really good stuff. He and his wife seem to be very active philanthropically. I think the only thing for him, he's a little low key. You don't see much of him. I mean, I know he's a big time movie star, but he doesn't seem to get the positive pub that a Tom Hanks does. Maybe because he's Australian. He's in Aussie.
He's Australian, mate.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Drew Brees. Virginia, you know him from being the New Orleans Saints quarterback.
He does a lot.
Yeah, he does.
How about Salt and Pepper? You ever see them in an interview? They're fun. I'm going old school.
Okay. I think some of these are not high profile enough.
Salt and Pepper's not high profile enough?
It's not 1986.
As much as you want it to be.
Hold on now. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Not 86. They had hits in the mid-90s as well. I still get it's an old reference.
Yeah. My reference, I'd like to debate, is only 30 years old.
I just saw an old interview with them. It's real likable.
Bill Murray. Somebody said, now, Bill Murray is it kind of an interesting thing. I was actually reading an article with Bill Murray yesterday, and he's quirky and funny, and he'll drop into people's parties and do things. In fact, he loves doing something random with somebody. This Rolling Stone interview was talking about Bill Murray was hailing a cab, and here he is in this cab, and he's talking to the cab driver, and I can't remember what city they were in, but he's just talking to him about his life. He said, hey, what would you be doing if you weren't driving a cab? The guy's like, well, I'm always driving 14 hours a day. He said, but I love playing saxophone. And Bill Murray's like, well, where's your saxophone? He's like, well, I got it in the trunk. He's like, I just don't ever have time to play it. So Bill Murray's like, pull over. So he pulled over, and the cab driver, got out, got the saxophone, sat in the back, and played for Bill Murray while he drove his cab.
That's awesome.
But that's like a Bill Murray type story. And then the guy took him to a shady part of town at 2:30 in the morning to get some great barbecue. And so here's Bill Murray eating barbecue.
That's a cool story.
Yeah, it was, and there's just endless stories about how many people have a Bill Murray story like that. And then he'll do something like that and then tell people, be going, your friends will never believe you. Because it's so random random. And, oh, my gosh, I saw Bill Murray walk into a bookstore and, whatever. They say he lives in Charleston, South Carolina now, and he's part owner of the minor league baseball team there. I think they're the River Dogs.
Yeah, he's a big baseball dude, minor league system.
And he'll go and he'll sing like the national anthem, or during rain delays, he'll go and slide on the tarp. And so he's apparently all over Charleston all the time. And so they had all these stories. And there was kind of a little nugget of wisdom that was in there. He was talking to a group, and the writer of the Rolling Stone article about Bill Murray had said his quote that he lives by is, he says, "You can do the very best you can when you're very, very relaxed." And I realized the more fun I had, the better I did. And they say with Bill Murray, there's only one number that you can call to get him. He doesn't have an agent. He doesn't have a publicist. He doesn't have anybody. He has like a voice message somewhere, and sometimes he responds and sometimes he doesn't. And they say that, for instance, Sofia Coppola, who had him in Lost in Translation, she had hoped that she had Bill Murray, and she didn't know. And it is the day of shooting, and he shows up for the movie. And it's like, okay, so that's the way he acts. You don't even know if Bill Murray is in your movie. You just go about shooting, and then if he shows up, he's there.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be really tough to be Sophia and not know if your big star is going to be there.
That's what happened with Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he did that a lot. And he said he realized in the movie Ghostbusters, he showed up, late. He read it, and he's like, I'm going to be a massive star after this. He's like, I never have to be on time again. So apparently Bill Murray is never on time. He doesn't ever look in the past, and he doesn't plan for anything. He just kind of lives in the moment.
Wings it.
I love it.
Yeah, he is, but I think he has rubbed some people the wrong way.
Yes. He actually got into a fist fight with one of my baseball coaches from college.
Really?
Yeah. at a game.
Was the coach a douche?
I don't know, he might be local still. Yeah, he was. He was. But it was that. Never mind. The coach I'm talking about, I don't think. I don't know. I've said too much.
Damn it. Under his breath, all you hear, damn it.
Just can't help himself. Other selections for Likable Celeb: Adam Sandler, Mark Wahlberg, Ryan Reynolds. People are throwing out there. So all pretty good
Sandler,
suggestions.
Definitely. We've heard a lot of Sandler stories, even like in South Florida.
He would be cool.
Him just coming in a bar in a T-shirt and shorts and taking pictures and being sweet.
I've heard that. Chris Pratt, another suggestion. Seems like a likable guy. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes.
He is a likable dude, and he's pretty funny.
Oh, my gosh. He is so funny. That thing with the hot wings and him, that made me belly laugh.
I like when they asked him about Joe Exotic. I don't know him.
I don't know him.
I don't. He was not my
you're
friend.
in the show.
Yeah.
You gave him a shout out on live TV.
Whoopsie.
Also, somebody giving a shout out for John Krasinski.
I was going to say him.
Yeah, he is a likable dude. He, obviously has done a lot of stuff with The Office. He's known for that. He also does the Jake Ryan thing that they have on Amazon Video, which is really good. They got 2 seasons of that.
Well, he's doing that positive news thing on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, and he's going to be hosting a virtual prom for high school seniors on his YouTube channel tonight at 8 p.m.
Aww.
He's just going to be there DJing with some friends. So if you want to check that out, John Krasinski is going to be doing that. Anybody else you want to drop on us? 877-979-WRMF. All right, well, here we go with another interesting round of missed connections. I don't know if the people are getting more weird in quarantine or if this is just the way it's been for a while. But you can tell that people really need to get out with some of these posts that I saw up here. Including somebody who said, "Who needs toilet paper when you can just air dry?" This is a male seeking anyone with an open mind. Okay.
Okay.
They wrote, "Hey, so I know this is going to sound weird, but this isn't why you clicked on this post in the first place, isn't it? I'm not using any toilet paper these days. I ran out. I don't want to go out in public and risk getting COVID-19. I mean, who needs toilet paper anyway? I've been air drying my tushy." Ugh. Yeah, I know, gross, right? Sure, it's a little stinky, but isn't that what turns you on, dirty boy? No. Oh, and good news, dirty boy. I have a cam channel, so you can watch me continue my stinky ways. Like I said before, Who needs toilet paper when you can air dry? I know I don't. Inbox me so I can send you the link to my cam channel.
Oh, this dirty boy don't like what he's hearing.
That's too dirty.
That's nothing but an ad.
That's an ad for their
That is
weird
an ad
cam
for their weird,
channel.
disgusting camera.
And they're out there, Virginia.
Weird, disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know how that would ever be considered sexy.
I think it is the problem just because it's so wrong. It's so wrong.
Got it. The taboo.
Yes.
The taboo.
Taboo.
I think that's the heart of all of these things.
Mm-hmm. I got one here. It says, anyone looking for fun. And believe it or not, they spelled every single word wrong in that title. This is a woman looking for a man here. And it says,
Hey, no sports and the bars are closed? I'm literally losing my mind. Looking for some local guys to chill and self-quarantine with.
yes, she did spell it quarantine.
Corn-teen.
But she even spelled that wrong because it's Cornetteen. So she's not even really sure how to spell corn.
A little about me. I'm 5'4" and I've got a gator. I can't handle another day of quarantine without the rough touch of a man. HMU and I might let you touch my gator.
What is HMU? Oh, hit me up. Hit me up. Okay. See, she should just abbreviate everything. She actually didn't misspell that. HMU. Another one here in the Misconnections. This is Steve, the Papa John's delivery driver. This is actually a call to him, I believe. There's somebody that's looking for you. So if we do have a Papa John's pizza delivery driver, Steve, this is for you. It says, 4 years ago, I had an amazing quickie with my Papa John's delivery driver. I was living in Fort Lauderdale at the time. It was a normal, sunny day. I was sunbathing, waiting with great anticipation for that piping hot pie to enter my mouth.
This is hot.
You're doing it for a dirty boy over here.
I heard a knock on my front door, so I asked you to enter the back of my house where I was swimming. The chemistry between us was electric. You complimented my eyes, and between the smell of pizza and your cologne, well, let's just say it drove me crazy. Your compliment on my eyes worked because we wound up doing it in my pool within 5 minutes of you dropping off my pie.
Whoa.
Then you just drove off into the unknown. I called back to Papa John's 2 weeks later and I asked for you, but they had said that you've gotten fired. I've never been able to locate you. I think of that day often. I hate how I can't find you, Steve. I ordered extra cheese on my pie that day, but I got extra sausage instead.
Boy.
And I'm definitely not complaining. Where are you, Steve, the Papa John's delivery driver?
That would be on your greatest hits reads right there. That's a good one.
Whoa, that's steamy,
That was
huh?
a good. You were in the pocket on that one.
Okay, I think Papa John's going to have a flood of new delivery drivers.
Yeah.
And they're all going to call themselves Steve.
Was that just a Papa John's ad, too?
I think these are all just ads.
Jason wants to excuse himself. So, yeah, you did a good job.
That was beautiful, Kevin.
And one more here I got for you in the Misconnections. It is, I guess, an ad for a sex doll orgy. Okay, this is a male seeking several men.
I don't know how many more of these we can take.
I mean,
this is the last one.
With the corona?
Yeah, it's a lot.
It says here, I am having a sex doll party. All you need to bring is your doll, your drinks, and your dong. Just let everybody know that this orgy is for men only. Sorry, ladies, but this epic party is just for the boys. We will have plenty of antibacterial wipes for everybody to use. We'll also be practicing social distancing.
I have a warehouse, so there's plenty of room for you to do your freaky thing without worrying about the coronavirus. Who's ready to have a sex doll orgy? I'm cutting it off at 10 people, so act fast. I'm in Miami, just to let you know. Send your message and your pic, no invitation. Please include doll in the picture.
Oh my gosh. Now, when they say 10 people, is it 5 humans, 5 dolls? Or is it 10?
Are you counting dolls in
humans,
this?
10 dolls?
It's a valid question, dirty boy.
Yeah. It is a very valid question.
I
yeah.
don't know, man. I'm not sure which one's worse. That one? Stinky Butt's the worst one.
It is tough.
Yeah.
Because he's just, and he's got a camera to show you exactly what he's doing. Well, if you see any fun misconnections anywhere on any site, you can send them to us, mail@kvjshow.com, for us to read, mail@kvjshow.com. Well, we're doing some tributes to Jaybird's Aunt Ann. She passed away Easter week last year. It's been 1 year since we lost the very amazing Aunt Ann. Earlier, we heard the Pies Galore, and coming up here in a couple minutes, we're going to talk about the time that Aunt Ann saw me smugging by her house.
Smugging around.
Apparently, I was up to no good. I was just creeping around the outside of her house, and she caught me.
It's when we were trying to sell our family house. There's a lot of calamity and confusion going on.
And I was out there prowling around her house, just up to no good, trying to cause mischief and add grief to her life. If you didn't hear it the first time, you'll want to hear it next.
You have witnesses to back you up on this?
Yeah, you have an alibi. Will it hold up in court?
The plumber saw me at 2:30, yeah.
The plumber. No. Who's this plumber?
He's on the take.
Yeah, he's your plumber, of course.
He's your boy. You're paying him for his silence.
He's literally, he's there to clean up your crap.
Well, Jaybird gets his voicemail. What about what time last night did this come down?
I would say this is about 4:45, 5 o'clock time.
Okay, listen to what Aunt Ann says in this voicemail. It's very peculiar.
Hey, Jason, what the hell is going on here? I just heard someone knock at the door, and by the time I get to the door, I look outside. I looked out the window, and there's Kevin smugging around. I'm not in the mood right now to mess around him.
No, hold on. What am I doing?
There's Kevin smugging around.
So were you out smugging around last night?
Smugging around? What's smugging around?
Well, this... Like, you were like out in...
Well, you can't help it. If you're around, you're smugging.
Okay, just let me ask you
What am I
this.
doing? I'm smugging around?
Have you ever done a prank, just yes or no, have you ever gone to that house and done a prank before in person?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I mean, that was with your mom about, 10 years ago? Something like that? We did the Indian burial ground stunt?
Doesn't matter.
And you did the Trapper John.
Did the Trapper John stunt?
Okay, 2.
Okay, we remember when we set up all of those campaign signs in the lawn? There was like 100.
I didn't do that.
You didn't do...
I didn't put the signs up.
But you gave me the marching orders.
Puppet Master?
Yeah. Oh, he didn't...
No, I had Mariana do it.
He didn't pull the trigger, Virginia.
Smugging around.
So that's what smugging around means. Kevin's out there smugging around, looking for ways to...
I am?
What? You are just a smugging around guy.
I don't know about this. I don't remember smugging around your aunt's house last night.
And the other thing that's going on, we're selling the house, so she thinks that there's going to be some kind of ridiculous radio bit about...
Are you sure it wasn't like people, like potential buyers, smugging around?
It's very possible. It could have easily been a potential buyer.
When you put your house on the market, random people come to it.
We do have a sign in the yard.
Okay, that's probably what it was.
She thinks it's me out there smugging around?
Why don't you listen to the call? She's got eyes like a hawk.
People are trying to buy your house.
With his smuggy little ways. What is he trying? What is he up to? What kind of a game? It's Halloween, so he's not going to play any dirty tricks on me, but I won't stand for it.
Okay, so she thinks I'm out there like I'm going to...
You're smugging around. You're in the Halloween spirit.
It's like October 1st.
So
you start early.
Well, what had happened was I talked to my dad. There was knocking on the door. No one went to the door. Knocking on the door. She finally opened up the door. Now, she was opening up the door. I guess the guy was taking off. And when he was taking off from the driveway, I guess he looked just like Kevin.
Really? Yeah.
I guess he was like lurking.
He wasn't doing ding dong ditch. He had just been standing there a while and nobody answered the door.
Virginia, we don't know the answers to any of these questions. There's a full-on investigation.
And I'm not in the mood to mess around with that kind of shit right now. Too much going for. Too much stuff on my head now. What the hell is he smugging around for? What is he looking for? Come to leave me alone. I don't. Is he playing a trick? Is he? I don't have anything he needs or wants. So what does he come here for? I don't know. Why he's coming knocking on my door?
Knocking.
What the hell does he want? And keep his smugginess to himself. Take care.
We're going
Ain't
smugging.
nobody smugging around.
There's so many parody songs you can do with that.
Yeah.
Okay, how many you got? I got smugging around. Ain't nobody smugging around. I think that's the one right
That's
there.
a good one.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. It's Fridays. Everybody knows that, right? Yeah. Everybody knows it's Friday.
The only way I know is that we're doing the KVJ 5 p.m. happy hour.
Yeah, we are.
Other than that, it's just like every other day.
I keep on calling it cocktails and karaoke. I'm like, it's not cocktails and karaoke. It's happy hour.
You're right, it is. Just happy hour.
You can sing if you want, though, Pumpkin. I'm sure everybody would love to hear you.
We figured out with the whole singing thing, because we're watching other bands and Bare Naked Ladies and all these people doing these songs. You gotta have pretty good equipment for everyone to be able to sing in different rooms. So it's not like, you know, it just sounds like you're on acid when that happens. If everyone tries to sing at the same time in that Zoom room.
And I'm wondering with some of those videos that you're seeing with artists that are doing that, and I've seen, for instance, like a whole band, you know, that's quarantined in separate places where they're playing songs. I'm wondering if they don't record their parts and then they edit it together.
I think they do. But I think some bands do have the capability of doing it live, and you can tell because it doesn't sound nearly as good. You can tell that they're in 5 different rooms from 5 different parts of the world.
Gotcha.
It's just better equipment they have.
Could we do a sing-along if we all taped our parts at our house?
Yeah, I think it'd be great. It'd probably take us a week to do. I'm sure Kev would love to, dedicate that kind of time to a project that not many people are going to watch.
It's a good use of our time.
Well, what else you going to do?
Solid ideas. Mm-hmm. Let me see. We got some interesting stuff here when you're talking about when you might be able to get out, what you can start doing, even just locally. Few little changes to look at. Port St. Lucie going to be reopening their city-run boat ramps. They closed them near the end of March when boaters were out there just, having spring break basically and going crazy and
just doing Pizzle, Port St. Lucie type things.
Yeah, just going out and, tongue kissing random people and all that kind of stuff.
Now that they're open, everybody #be cool.
Oh,
don't have your party on the sandbar where everybody's doing belly and body shots off each other.
Oh, I'm sure the partiers up in Port St. Lucie will abide by the guidelines.
Yeah.
Don't make them shut it down again if they see us acting all crazy.
Probably abide by what they have right now. Right after they'd done that, Governor DeSantis had ordered that boats must be 50 feet apart and have fewer than 10 passengers on board. So if you do that and you don't tether up with everybody else and you have 30 people, jumping between 2 or 3 boats, then they'll probably be like, all right, okay, they got it.
You should only have the people on your boat that you've been quarantining with. You should not be boating with new people on your boat.
But here's what's going to happen. You're going to get people out there. It's going to start off all cool. Someone's going to break out the wine coolers, or someone's going to bring out the drinks. And then, hey, you look great. I've been quarantined. I'm horny.
And then it might start 6 feet apart. Then it, after a couple beers, goes to 5. And then another drink, you're at 4. And then
9 months later, we have a kid.
Yeah. That's how it all goes. In Duval County in North Florida, they're going to be reopening their parks and beaches for a limited time today. So you'll be able to go out and start doing that. And kind of hoping that is around the corner if we can see a leveling off for about 14 days. Last night, the White House was talking about 3 different phases of kind of getting back to normal. And phase 1 was basically that, seeing a downward trajectory of cases for 14 days. We've had the last 2 have been pretty good. So if we can kind of keep going in that pattern, then maybe in 12 more days, we can start opening some stuff up. And the thing that they had listed was, of course, still no more than 10 people in a lot of these places, but movie theaters is on the list. I was like, I was surprised by that.
I am too.
Yeah. I guess they would still space people out, but I was like, okay. Restaurants, one of those places, and even stadiums they'd listed. I was like, I don't know. I mean,
it'd be selective seating, right?
Who knows? I just don't even know how they're going to be doing. And I'm a big football fan. I'm watching. You got the NFL draft that's going to be coming up, I believe, maybe like tail end of next weekend, something like that. I think it's either next weekend or the weekend after. And right now, the NFL is planning on playing a full season in full stadiums. But their backup plan right now is to play maybe shortened season and possibly playing in empty or partially empty stadiums. So they're kind of just still trying to figure out. I don't think anybody knows. And golf is going to get back in action. Could you imagine if we're like now everybody's rushing to their couch to watch live golf?
I would actually watch golf right now.
I bet people probably would.
Did they get Tiger out there? A lot of people watch it.
Yeah, they say that they are going to be playing on June 8th, a golf tournament in Fort Worth, Texas. And the next 3 after it are still on the schedule. And they say that they'll likely be fanless events if need to be. So there won't be anybody in the galleries walking around. It'll just be the golfers out playing.
Oh, my gosh. No bear trap?
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, a situation like this would actually kind of work, though. I mean, golf with that's the one sport you can take away the spectators.
You're right. They're telling you to be quiet.
Yes. It actually might be a good idea. They may never allow people in again. So, I don't know. We'll see what's going on. They got the 3 phases, and who knows when everything's going to happen. I did see there was a virus expert, and he was saying that, you could be looking at social distancing going on for quite a while. He added that he believes social distancing practices will last until next year.
So that contradicts everything on the other side of it.
Well, I think that's all the way back to normal. And so, so I think it's the concept of social distancing is something that's not going away anytime soon, unless that, vaccine they're trying out right now works. But I don't know how long they got to test those things.
Yeah.
But the longer it goes and people are just kind of starting to do regular day things, you'll start to see people do, just regular things. You'll start seeing people hooking up and you'll start seeing people having parties. Yeah. It'll slowly start going that way.
I think kind of what it is, people just a little bit. Like if you just gave people just a little taste. That's why I think if we could here relatively quick get back to the beaches being open again and some of those parks.
You're right. You start freaking people out when you start telling them you can't go out for a drive and you can't go walk by the beach. People will start freaking out that way.
Right. When those kind of things start happening, it's like, okay, I think you can breathe a little bit easier. I think the last couple of weeks where it's been so strict, people are starting to lose their marbles a little bit. So hopefully soon. A little bit of optimism. We got some more craziness going on in the world. I tell you, every single day we got something new to talk about. I tell you one industry that is not shut down, drug running.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, apparently one industry that is not shut down with the coronavirus pandemic, the drug industry.
Oh, yeah. In fact, one could argue it's booming.
Yeah. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, there's an area in West Palm Beach where a lot of people got their stimulus checks and then the drug dealer actually sold out of his products.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
It's a good day for the drug dealer.
He's loving it.
Dang. Yeah, and they also busted some smugglers trying to bring cocaine into the UK from Poland by hiding it in a box of face masks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's how they're getting it around today.
From Poland, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess it's interesting maybe the routes that they take to get it. I mean, they're
probably.
It's still coming from South America, I'm sure. But
Dennys will say, if you leave Colorado, there's certain ways that you have to go to get through state lines. If not, you're going to get busted if you're bringing weed back.
And it might not be a direct route. In fact, that's probably the most obvious. So maybe you're kind of going a roundabout way to get it there. Yeah, they say, too, there's some gambling websites that are taking bets on how many people are going to get coronavirus. Good heavens.
Really? People are putting money on that?
Seems a bit insensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, people bet on anything.
But they will bet on it. As insensitive as it is, Virginia, I guarantee they have a ton of people involved in it.
Yeah, I was hearing that even professional gamblers are getting stimulus checks because they can't go into casinos right now and gamble. I didn't even know that was considered a real trade and profession.
But they're probably pretty crappy gamblers, right? Because don't you not get a stimulus check after so much money?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think everyone gets one, right?
But I mean, keep in mind, if you're doing winnings from gambling, how much of that are you claiming? There's probably a lot of shady stuff you could do with your tax money.
Well, you think
Wait, gambling shady?
Gamblers.
It could be, yeah.
The world of gambling isn't right.
Yeah, I know a lot of casinos are upset. They're really pushing hard, especially in Vegas, to lean on the governor there to start opening up casinos for people to go back in with masks to keep gambling. So they're trying to come up with, we can do it. Nobody's going to get coronavirus in our casinos. It'll be fine. They want to get back. Yeah. The pastor in Louisiana who made the news for holding massive services during the lockdown is now asking for people to send the church their stimulus check.
I mean, this guy is something else.
He is something, isn't he?
I hope nobody does that.
They
but
will.
You know somebody will.
Not somebody. Many people will.
Good gravy.
I guess the entire thing he wants. There's a guy in India that was so upset that his wife was sheltering with her parents instead of him that he married his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, showed you.
Yeah. But then his wife found out and she reported him to the cops for infidelity, so he got arrested. So that's he's now quarantining with no one at all. Police in California busted 3 people who'd stolen toilet paper, tissues, and bed sheets from a hotel. That is the new crime. Stealing TP.
The TP I get, the bed sheets from a hotel, y'all.
I don't want it.
I do not want it.
I don't want it.
Times are tough.
Yeah.
I hear
People
you.
stealing hotel bed sheets.
There's a guy in Canada who called the cops on Saturday to report his friend was hanging on his bumper to stop him from driving. That's not cool. But it turns out the reason why the friend was doing it is because this guy was completely hammered and shouldn't have been driving. The guy was trying to get him to not do it.
To stop him.
So he basically called the cops on himself for driving drunk.
What an idiot.
What an idiot.
And he's ratting out his friend who's trying to help him.
Yeah, do you want to be friends with this guy?
Hell no.
Come on, man. There's a guy in Nebraska that got arrested for hitting a liquor store employee with a bottle of Jack Daniels and stealing 2 bottles of alcohol.
Oh, my.
That would hurt.
That would hurt a lot.
Oh, my gosh. That would completely knock somebody silly, huh?
When you guys drank Jack Daniels, did you like it? Or have you never been a JD drinker?
I'm not a Jack drinker.
Is that considered whiskey, Kev? JD?
I think so. It's Tennessee whiskey, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I might try that for our cocktail hour.
Yeah, you got some?
No, I'm going to get some.
Oh,
look at
Jackman.
you.
Look at you. Put on a leather vest, and now you're drinking Jack Daniels. You're kind of turned into a man in front of our eyes. Well, minus that bra, but...
I was watching Sons of Anarchy last
A
night.
questionable man.
Yeah, how you doing on vodka? You need a reboot?
Oh, I'm cracked into the second handle yet.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Where are you going? You going to your little place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll tell you if I come in contact with anybody. I'll take their picture. I'll send it to them. I'll get their social security number.
All right.
We'll make sure that we're good.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know the weed industry is thriving. So if you're at home and you're doing a little wake and bake right now, we can play another fun little round of Producer Dennys Knows When You're High. People that are stoned and people that are not stoned can even play this game. We just want to see if Denny's senses are dialed in here. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. We'll put money on our boy. That's what I'll bet on.
Yeah.
I bet he is going to go perfect in his score today. Producer Dennys definitely knows when you're high. We'll put him to the test next.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Producer Dennys knows when you're high.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, dude can't be stumped here, I don't think. People are now actually emailing in new suggestions for questions for this game for you,
that's
Dennys.
awesome. That's actually what it's just finishing up right now.
Yeah, people love that, so I have to keep an eye out for that. So thank you very much. If you've got what would be a great question for a stoner or somebody who might be stoned, you can send that to us, mail at kvjshow.com. Jaybird, your nipples hanging out. It's very inappropriate.
Yeah, come on, girl.
Yeah.
Tuck that thing in.
Looking right at me.
You know what? It's Friday. We'll leave her out.
Yeah.
When are you done paying off this bet that has you wearing a woman's top?
As soon as our show's over today.
Okay.
Okay, so we got Producer Dennys Knows When You're High here. You can be high or not, but he can tell if you are. Corey starts off here from Palm Beach. Hello, Corey.
Hey, how's it going, KVJ? Love you guys.
Yeah.
Love you, Corey.
You too, Corey. All right, Denny's got a couple questions here for you, and then he's going to take a stab at this and try to guess whether or not you are high, okay?
All right.
Okay, Dennys, what you got for him over here?
First question. Would you rather be quarantined with an angry skeleton or an affectionate cat that smells like a landfill?
Wow, that's good.
So it'd be rubbing on you.
Well, I don't have much of a sense of smell anyway, so I'd go with the affectionate cat that smells like a landfill. Creepy skeletons bug me out, man.
All right.
Well thought out. That's
I
nice.
like it.
I like it.
Very well done.
Okay.
Man with a plan.
If you were 10 feet taller than you are right now, what job would you try to get?
Ooh.
Ooh, good one.
Oh, I would keep the job that I've got, man. I wash windows for a living, and I hate climbing ladders.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's a great
Custom design.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That is. Okay, and one more here.
Final question. If you were married to a zombie, where would you get brains to feed them?
Well, I'd probably just go to a morgue. I mean, it's the easiest way. Do they have to be live brains? If they got to be live brains, I'm going to a club because those kids are stupid.
Okay, he's got this all figured out.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
little too figured out.
A little too figured out. Dennys, what do you think? Is Corey high or not?
I'm not really getting a high vibe from him.
Okay.
He'd be more of your angry hire people that I'm gonna beat you, kids.
Yeah, I'm not getting a high vibe from him.
Saying no on this. All right, Corey, are you high or not?
I am not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, he was just nailing it.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
he was on
Yeah.
point with those.
Real quick and two. All right. Thank you very much.
Too good.
Enjoy your weekend, okay, Corey?
Thank you, KVJ.
Yeah. Thank you.
Love you.
Got Audrey here from West Palm Beach. Hello, Audrey.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday
Happy
to
Friday.
you.
Friday,
Whoop, whoop.
Hi.
Yeah, hi day. We'll see if she is or not. Denny's here is got a couple questions for you. See if you're high or not. What you got, Denny's?
It's Audrey. Audrey, would you rather be a human trumpet or a human harp?
Trumpet. Human trumpet.
Okay.
Do I need reasoning with it?
Yeah, lay it on me.
The harp. I think the trumpet would be easier to play. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, no, she's high.
I think harp would be great. Wouldn't that feel good? I would love to be. I'd be like, you know what? Play me like I'm a harp. I think that'd be.
Go to bed tonight with a harp player.
It would feel great. Wouldn't it? Can you imagine just
That sounded
Gentle
weird.
strums.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
All right, we're trying to zero in on this, Denny's. I don't know if you're getting a vibe yet on her, but
I'm starting to deduce this a little bit here.
Okay.
Let's see if this helps. Audrey, would you rather have your hands and feet swapped or your eyes and ears swapped? So, you're,
Eyes and ears.
Yeah.
You can still see on the top.
That's great
of the
reasoning.
body.
That's good reasoning.
it's good reasoning.
it would be like a chameleon, probably. Because
I don't know. I feel like you could put on gloves and shoes and make the feet and hands thing work.
No way. I try playing guitar with your feet. It's really tough.
Hasn't somebody
You
done
can
that?
still walk and or function throughout normal
True.
society, but you just have to look left and right, like peripheral vision.
Yeah, nobody's gonna sneak up on you.
Try making an omelet, Virginia, with your feet. You can't do it. I bet you couldn't.
well, you probably get a high chair and then use your legs that are attached to your feet to cook.
I'm daring you to make an omelet with your
But
feet.
if my feet were my hands,
If your feet were your
I
hands.
love how much Virginia's gotten into a stoner
You know,
conversation.
you switch, right?
Yes,
Your
you-
hands are your feet and your feet are your hands. So now where I have hands right now, there would be 2 feet. And I feel like I could really make a bomb-ass omelet.
With your feet?
With my hand feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not on my feet, they're on my
True.
hands.
You
Matt,
just
some
turn
dough.
things around, yeah.
Take my big toe, crack the egg. I mean, I'd be all over it.
Okay. All right.
I'm kind of already getting a vibe.
You think you know if she's high or not?
I think I'm high.
I feel like
Virginia
everybody's
really
high.
got into it.
I think you're high, but I think am I misunderstanding you? 'Cause you don't make any sense to me right now. Never, but I think I'm talking too
Somebody in here's got to be high. Somebody.
long. Yo, somebody's high here.
Yeah, somebody's definitely high in here. What do you think about Audrey here, Denny's? High or not?
I'm going to go high. There's a lot of giggling, a lot of humor in me with my terrible questions.
Are you high, Audrey?
Correct.
She was so enthusiastic to get that out there.
She's adorable.
Yeah. Very nice. Dennys goes perfect again. Thank you very much, Audrey, and enjoy your day, okay?
You as well. Thank you so much. Love you guys.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Little cutie.
Mm-hmm.
She sounded adorable.
Oh, yeah.
She did.
Just having a good old High Friday.
Yeah.
Literally wake and bake.
Yeah. Good for her. I saw a TikTok video today. It was kind of funny. It was this guy that was out running in his neighborhood. It was a nice neighborhood, like something you probably see in Parkland or something like that. And so he's going around. And he's like, "Oh, let's see what the neighbors have been into." Is recycling and trash day, and there was about 50 wine bottles that were stacked in this. And he's running along. He's like, "Oh, let's see." Yep. And I mean, it's just overflowing liquor and wine bottles. And he's running down. He must have stopped at 10 different places. The amount of alcohol that his neighbors were drinking was unbelievable. He's like, everybody is so wasted. And that really is pretty much it. I was thinking, because one of the things that when I was checking out some stuff on Kelly Clarkson, we're going to have her coming up here in just about 25 minutes if you missed that earlier. She was doing something I thought was kind of cool. They were doing Zoom Around the Room. She had Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick on.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a real quick scavenger hunt is what they were doing, where she would say, okay, go find something red. And then they would all have to run and go find something red and see what they could come back with.
Can we please play that tonight?
That's what I want to do. I thought that'd be a fun game for us.
Oh, Kevin,
yeah.
I love it.
So I've got our own little scavenger hunt, but I was, coming up with some different items. And I was thinking, an empty liquor bottle or wine bottle or any kind of booze bottle would be a great thing if you were doing your own Zoom Around the Room or whatever you call it, scavenger hunt. I thought they'd be kind of cool, but I want to get some ideas because we do this cocktail hour on Fridays now at 5 p.m. that you can jump in. Anybody's invited. You can get on, and if you're drinking, just go on and put us up on your flat screen TVs, and it'll be like we all have one big old party together. And so I was thinking, if we do play this, everybody else could kind of be involved too, and you could play at home. What items should we have on this? It's kind of like what I was thinking.
Now, if somebody wants to see it and be a part of it, what platform and what time again?
Facebook and YouTube tonight, right?
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah,
both?
we're going to be doing both.
Yeah, going to be on both of those, Facebook and YouTube, 5 o'clock sharp. We're going to be signing on there.
Nice.
So if you want to check that out, you can. And if you got any ideas for what you would put into a coronavirus scavenger hunt, you can let us know. 877-979-WRMF. Well, tonight we got the virtual cocktail hour. KVJ going to be at 5 o'clock. Keep an eye out for it. Hopefully going to have that on all of our social media platforms for people to check out. I know last week I think we just had the YouTube. Hopefully we'll be able to add the Facebook here this week. We'll see how that goes.
I think we're going to do Facebook tonight, Kev.
That's great. I love that. Okay, so check us out there on Facebook then at 5 p.m. today. One of the things I was thinking about doing, an idea we got from Kelly Clarkson, what she was doing on her show, a coronavirus scavenger hunt. I know we'd posted that up, but if you were going to do a scavenger hunt, what would be some fun items? Like, for instance, I think KVJ... Here are some of the things that I was thinking about. Like, I think it'd have to have a little bit of a KVJ kind of feel to it.
Bring it.
Like, find something you could use for murder. It feels like a category that, would probably work for us. Or something that gives off an odd odor.
And the key is to be back the quickest in your seat with the item, right? That's how you win?
Yeah, I think that's how you would get the point. It's something that would qualify, for that.
Oh, and then the chat room can vote if it qualifies or not. They can be the jury.
Yeah, they can help out. Who would they give the point to?
Oh, I am very excited for this. You can tell I have not done much.
She is excited.
I am.
She wants to play.
I do.
Yeah. So that was one of the things I think we could do, too. I know somebody had given us some plead the fifth type questions, and I think that's probably how we'll do it. I think we're going to do an answer or get dropped to wrap up the cocktail hour. There's some really prying questions that people had written for us, so you got to answer the question or else we're going to kick you off the call. So that's probably how we'll wrap it up tonight. So,
Okay.
yeah, should be some fun stuff.
There's a pride thing for the last person standing.
Oh, absolutely. You get no points or money.
But that only works if everyone feels that way. If I'm the only one like, yeah, last person standing, and Virginia's like, I just want to get off this thing. It doesn't really.
I'm the one that stuck around with you last week.
I had Chewy issues.
You left early.
Because of my dog.
Well.
How dare I?
You left early.
Well,
the facts remain.
He was barking. I'm kind of getting sick of people emailing me saying, your dog sucks when he barks. kind of getting sick of that, Kev.
If you love the scavenger hunt concept, there is something cool you can do for a charity too, Little Smiles. They're doing a virtual bamboozle. Bamboozle's a scavenger hunt that we do on Clematis Street, where everybody's kind of running around. And what they've got here is it's just a $5 donation to help support the work that Little Smiles is doing, continuing in the communities. And there's still, kids out there with needs and things like that. And they're also doing a lot, too, to help first responders on the front lines. What you do is you're given a list of tasks, challenges, and obstacles with different levels of difficulty. And once completed, you upload pictures or videos to collect points. What you do is you check out the Goose Chase app. Is that what you got to download to do that, and just follow the instructions on there. And each day at 8 a.m., they release 3 new tasks that will be active through April 30th. So you can spread the word on that and try it out.
Yeah, it's a whole fundraiser. Tim that puts on Bamboozle.
Yeah.
Every year at this time, they are putting it together on Clematis Street with all the bars and restaurants and getting everything organized and set up. So they weren't able to do that, and they turned it into a virtual scavenger hunt instead that families can play together.
That is so cool, yeah.
Yeah, if you want, Tim is ready. He'll come on and talk with us about it if you want.
Okay, yeah. If he's got something to add, definitely dial him up, and we'll let you know about that. You can go to littlesmiles.org if you'd like some more information, or again, that was the Goose Chase app.
You better bring it, though, if he's going to be on the air, because Kevin just nailed it.
My question is, have you tried a game night and everything was going awesome until you got out this particular game and you realized, you know what, let's not do that again because that kills game night? If you've had a game night that was just crushing, what was the game that killed it?
Are you talking about people that played a game and they got into a fight over it?
It could be anything.
Because I know 2 guys who still haven't talked. We're going on 2.5 years. They got into a fight about Risk and Monopoly. They had a game night. And they were at odds, and they still haven't talked from that night.
There could be many reasons. There could be, and I think Monopoly would be my choice because Monopoly goes slow, and it takes so long. And I've been in a part of many Monopoly games where people just lose interest and they're like, when is this thing over? And they just want to get out of it. And so if I had to say what game ruins game night, I would say Monopoly, just because if you're having a great time and things are moving fast and you're having fun, like, this is so much fun. You pull out Monopoly, you go, okay, I'm over it. But it could be for that other reason where it causes fights.
Well, they were like fighting the entire game night. And there was money on the line, too.
What is it? What is the partner game where you're drawing things? Is there categories or something like that? Is that
categories? You have Pictionary.
Pictionary.
I love Pictionary.
That's fun.
Do people still play that, or is that so 1989?
I loved the game show that was on TV.
Win, lose, or draw.
Oh.
Yeah, I could see those all causing a problem. What is the game that killed game night? Everything's going great. You're having a really good time. And then, okay, this is not fun anymore. And then you just pretty much quit. It'd kind of be good to know so that maybe other people don't make the same mistakes that you made. You can let us know, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Somebody had a pretty good warning here. They do family game night with kids like age 5 to 8. They do it every Saturday. And they were having a good time. Everything was going great. And then they played that game called Watch Your Mouth, where you put in the mouth guards and the rest of the people have to guess what you're saying. Well, there are words and sentences printed on the cards that others have to guess. And it doesn't help. My 5-year-old is still learning how to read and mispronounces a lot of the things that she's reading. The game pretty much killed game night pretty quick because everybody got frustrated not being able to guess anything that was going on. That's usually what it is. If you play a game where it's like, okay, this is going nowhere. A lot of people are talking about Monopoly causes a lot of fights.
We were just me and the boys in the back were talking about Monopoly. Dennys hates Monopoly.
I do too.
I do too.
I'm not a
fan.
fan.
It takes too long.
I love Monopoly, but I like playing street rules, and I like playing it for the psychological warfare you can play in that.
Yeah.
You can really wear someone down.
I remember one time I was playing my mom in some game, and she slammed whatever it was from the game down and got up and ran off, and she was all upset because I was just whooping her.
People get into it.
They
man.
do. People will lose their marbles.
That'll be me tonight when Dennys beats me in video games.
Aw.
Yeah.
Just don't make any more bets.
We'll see what happens. You know, I get a couple wines in me.
Yeah, somebody was saying like Risk, Monopoly, those will ruin friendships.
Risk is the
Jason
one
said
that will ruin friendships.
Mm-hmm. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, we were playing Risk with a couple with one of them ending up breaking a wine bottle over their lover's head.
What?
Wow.
You can kill somebody.
Oh, my gosh.
Still happily married.
Jeez. Somebody said Pictionary caused a fight one time because there was a huge discrepancy with somebody's drawing. I could see that.
It just depends on what kind of competitors you're playing with. Some people could give a crap, and some people have to win everything.
Well, and some people are drinking a lot right now. And so, you know, and you think about it, too, the end of game night, you're maybe 3 bottles of wine in.
Yeah, you're hammered. You're
taking it real personal.
You landed on Park Place again, and there's a hotel on it. You're like,
Yeah. You lose your marbles. Somebody said if video games are included, Super Smash Brothers always ruins family game nights. My brothers always get into huge fights, and I end up having to break it up. I could see the video games. Rage Against Humanity. I always love it, but I can see where it could get nasty. And some other ones to watch out for. Carl said Life, Shoots and Ladders, Craps. So there you go. And even Jenga apparently caused a fist fight or two. So there you go. Fun stuff. Got another weekend of family game nights. You know, the thing, because we're so kind of out of it on like exactly what was going to be going on, you know, this would have been Tortuga weekend if we didn't have the coronavirus pandemic going on. So there would have been people all over Fort Lauderdale Beach. Boy, could you imagine if it was going on this weekend, how many people walk away with a nice little case of coronavirus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dang. Yeah, they've rescheduled it. If you did not know, to the weekend of October 2nd. Still have the same lineup: Miranda Lambert, Luke Bryan, Tim McGraw, John Pardee, Morgan Wallen, Lee Bryce, Kelsey Ballerini. Pitbull is going to be a part of it. So are the Bare Naked Ladies and Vanilla Ice, all on the bill for then. But they're saying that a lot of these festivals that, you know, were supposed to be, because this is really kind of like festival season. This is when you would have had all the big ones that go off, like spring to summer. And I wonder how many of those are going to come back for another year, because apparently a lot of the festivals did not have pandemic coverage in their insurance policies, they're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, like, even if you had insurance, some of these insurance places are saying, no, sorry, it doesn't cover a global pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, who would have even thought of that, though?
Well, my friend who owns a business, like when this first started, he was like, don't worry, everybody, we're going to be okay because I have loss of work insurance. If there's anything that happens, hurricane, drama, anything shakes down, I pay for this insurance every month so that we can stay afloat, and I'm going to use that to pay you guys.
Yeah.
And he called his insurance company, and they're like, nope, sorry, loss of work insurance doesn't cover global pandemic. Click.
Wow, no way.
Then they hung up on him? Basically, Mike dropped him?
I was being dramatic. I don't know if they hung up on him.
It worked. Because they're like, wow.
What? They hung up on him.
But he thought he was good.
Yeah, he believed he was good, and he told his staff that they were good.
Oh, man.
And so they were like, oh, thank goodness you've been paying for this insurance, out of work insurance all these years. You've been paying the premium, never missed one.
Yeah.
And you think that it would cover that, but it does not.
That's crazy.
And then they applied for a small business, those forgivable loans.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that money ran out. A lot of people that have small businesses are going through it right now. That money ran out, and so many people's applications didn't even get filed.
Gosh. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I had seen that. There were a lot of people that were really frustrated. I guess apparently like Florida's unemployment system processed just 4% of applications.
4%?
4%.
I mean, that is pathetic.
Yeah, and what we're learning from everything with this pandemic, we completely were not prepared for anything like this. And there might be some specifics that would make it difficult, but, from testing to treatments to facilities to a plan to understand how to shut things down and deal with the mass amounts of unemployment, things like that are going to happen. Clearly, there were a lot of systems that were caught off guard and completely unprepared to deal with this kind of stuff. And now I wonder if you've got a festival, how many people are now going to be buying pandemic insurance? I mean, the insurance industry is going to be great. Because how often do we have a pandemic? Right now, it's about every 100 years.
Do they sell pandemic insurance?
I imagine they will probably start doing that. That'll be a thing now for insurance companies to start selling. And who would dare risk not buying it now? Because you don't know. Because imagine you get a weird offshoot of coronavirus even. And
That's crazy.
Even talking about there might be one right now that is going on in like India or something like that. I'm like, what? So... yeah, just so you never know. I guess pandemic insurance is going to be something that people are going to be buying.
I'm not being cute here. Is there hair insurance? Can you get hair insurance if you put a lot of money in your hair and you want
Celebrities have endorsed or insured their legs. I know that was the thing with Tina Turner. She had done. I think Jennifer Lopez insured her butt or part of her body or something like that.
Okay, so if she insured her butt, that basically does what for her? If something goes wrong with it. If a cheek falls off.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's insured, but how does that work?
If she has some kind of horrible accident at the playground on the slide?
I guess if you could try to justify and show that a part of your body, I could see like Celine Dion, she may have an insurance policy on her voice. And let's say that you get something, you know how some of those people like a John Mayer had to have the vocal cord surgery, and you don't ever come back and your voice is gone, and that was your moneymaker, that you would have an insurance policy on that.
So J-Lo is saying that her booty is part of her moneymaker.
I kind of maybe made that up. I don't even know
if
that's legit or not. Yeah.
But look at her booty. It makes sense.
Yeah.
If anybody should be insuring their own butt, it's her.
That sounded really good, Kev. You could be in politics.
You ever have stuff in your mind that you're like going, did I just make that up or is that a real fact?
It sounded legit to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bought it, Kev.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's actually something if you look for it.
And you can Google it?
Yeah. Is Jennifer Lopez's butt insured for $1 billion?
Whoa.
That's what it says there. Yeah, $27 million booty, Julia's $30 million smile, insured star body parts.
Huh.
I mean, that's a little pompous, isn't it? Oh, my smile is insured.
Reportedly, Rihanna insured her legs for $1 million when she was presented with Gillette's Venus Breeze Celebrity Legs of a Goddess Award. She went and got those insured. Julia Roberts' smiles insured for $30 million. How about that?
Wow.
I never even knew. Jaybird, I don't know. Maybe you need to get something insured here.
I don't know. No.
What's your moneymaker?
My money... Gosh.
You have to pick your best feature, and you're struggling.
What do you need to get insured? What's your moneymaker? What's your secret sauce that you need to protect?
I gotta probably go with maybe... the back of my neck. It's sturdy.
No.
All right, what?
Your legs. You got the best legs.
I do. I really don't have that good of legs. In fact, people were on the internet ripping my legs apart, saying how skinny and gross they looked. And,
no.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin's the one with skinny, gross legs.
Maybe they got confused.
Yeah.
You've got gross feet, but your legs are actually good.
Dolly Parton reportedly has her chest insured for $600,000 or $300,000 per boob.
Okay.
Huh. How about that? A lot of people do this. Yeah, Bruce Springsteen, $6 million on his vocal cords, and I can see that the way he thrashes through those things.
Well, I just remember Dolly Parton growing up was always associated with her boobs.
Right.
It was never really about her music.
Now you don't think of her boobs as much, but
Well,
you still see them. I mean,
They do, but in
prominent.
time happens.
Mariah Carey's legs for $1 billion.
Huh.
That's a report. And yeah, Jennifer Lopez reportedly has her booty insured for $27 million.
Huh.
So I did not make that up. That's actually an odd fact. There you go. Who would have known? All right, let me see here. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we got our KVJ Hero of the Day. Thank you very much for the nominations. If somebody's out there doing something that's really awesome, please let us know about it. It's easy for you to do. You can just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. So we'll get to somebody right here in Florida that is doing something really cool. You know what you should insure, Jaybird, is your sniffer and your palate.
Okay, my sniffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You smell better than a bloodhound, and your taste buds for certain foods is so on point that I don't think anybody on planet Earth could beat you.
Okay, I love
You
it.
smell great and you taste great.
Yeah.
Would you insure your hair? If you had to.
I don't know. I can't because it's not mine. Can't insure what's not yours.
Your hair's rented?
Yeah.
You have rented hair?
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I thought they put your hair in there and it's yours.
I mean, it's a mix of mine and somebody else's. Yeah, they take where you're not making it happen, and they give you a little added benefit.
No, I understand that process, but it's not like if you don't pay.
If he don't make the payments, they come take it out in the middle of the night.
Absolutely,
That's what I mean.
They bring them big scissors.
They do, yeah. Hey, they have a repo guy. Just like they would come boost your car at 3 a.m, they would come. I'd wake up with no hair. I'd be, it's gone. What happened? Hair club got me.
It's a big burly guy, like from that tow truck show.
Yeah, they do, but they're so stealth. You don't even know. You just wake up and you're just like, oh my
Damn
gosh. My glorious hair is gone.
So if you come in here with patches, we know you didn't pay your bill.
Yeah, you'd be going, oh, you defaulted on your hair club loan.
Better make them payments.
No doubt.
What's your feature?
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
That sweet sounding voice.
That's just going to do it. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, Kevin.
Somebody texted in and said, wow, Virginia's voice does not match her face. First-time listener, and I asked myself, wow, that lady must smoke 10 packs a day. And I look her up, and wow, what a beauty. My condolences on her voice, though.
Yeah, most people are shocked because they think you're a Cajun man. And they go,
I know. Big surprise.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah. And people are saying, guys, you should get voice insurance. Dumbass, you're on the radio.
I know. I thought about that. You're right.
Can you insure that thing? I don't know. Somebody said Troy Polamalu, too, used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, had a $1 million insurance policy on his hair when he played. Yeah, because he was doing the commercials for Head & Shoulders.
Head & Shoulders, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, of course, it would make sense for him to do that.
Yeah, we got to protect the moneymaker.
Well, no, a lot of people are knocking down the snacks like crazy now because of having to stay home. And so maybe this would be one for you. Today is National Cheese Ball Day. Don't know if you knew that.
Of course, Kevin.
Now, like, are you talking about like the cheese log ball where it's like
It's a good question, yeah.
got nuts on the outside
The planters,
of it?
is it a planters kind of festivity, or is it just the kind of stuff that Grandma used to give you at Christmas?
I like a fancier cheese ball.
By the way, I got to give you credit because you were right. I had some of the Planters cheese balls recently, and they were gnarly. They were gross.
Have you had the Utz?
I don't think I had. I don't think I've had them.
UTZ.
Yeah, they do good things.
Their cheese ball is fantastic, and they have it at Total Wine. I've been there a lot, so I see them there. They're in barrels. They're like a huge plastic barrel of cheese balls. Utz, I'm telling you, all day.
I
They're
mean, maybe
great.
I got rotten cheese balls, but these cheese balls were.
Planters never impressed me with their cheese ball. They don't
Really?
have enough
Yeah.
cheese on it.
Yeah, they really are. They're more ball than cheese.
Thank you. And we don't want all ball.
You can say that about a lot of people.
You're right.
We want cheese, Kevin.
I know you do. Do you think this is genius? Pizza Hut has created a safety seal for pizzas.
Oh.
So when they close the box, they put something on it so customers can be sure that nobody else has touched it. Because, that's kind of come out like, okay, if I got a delivery driver here, it's been pawing over my pie. You don't know for sure.
He looks real squirrely.
Yeah, but now as soon as they're making stuff, I have a feeling everybody's going to be doing this soon.
You have to, because that's going to be the mark of safe food. And if you can prove that it's not been tampered with, you can look at it and go, all right, I'm pretty sure nobody licked anything here or breathed on it. You're right, that's going to be the way that they do
so
it.
many people are doing delivery now.
Yep.
It's become a big part of American society and probably will even after the pandemic is over. That, I think once somebody does it, everybody will do it. It's kind of like you think about caps, bottle caps, pill bottles, whatever. That stuff you used to just be able to like open it up. If you're walking through the store like in the 80s, you could pop down 2 Tylenol and just put the pill bottle back on the counter.
You bring up a good point, though. We are living in the golden age of delivery food. I
think it's just picking up. I think it's only going to get better with improvements like what Pizza Hut's doing.
Even when the coronavirus goes away, I think we're all going to find that we keep a lot of these conveniences like the delivery, like the grocery delivery. I mean, so many people are doing it that never did it before, and they're like, okay, I'm never going back.
Yes.
I remember being a little kid going, oh, man, I wish McDonald's could deliver, or I wish Outback could deliver to my house. We live in that time
You
now.
can get what you want, and you can get it your way, and you can get it however you want it.
It's like the Jetsons.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
You're right.
That's what you got. We got a KVJ hero of the day here. 10-year-old girl in Crestview, Florida has been sewing masks for essential workers during the coronavirus outbreak.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's 10?
Yeah, she is 10 years old. Her name is Annabelle Brush, and she saw her mom was making masks during the outbreak and decided that she wanted to learn how to help too. So she quickly learned how to sew, and now she's made over 200 masks for essential workers like law enforcement officers, first responders, and nursing home employees.
Beautiful.
And that's how this 10-year-old has been spending her time quarantined. So I thought that was really cool.
I'm going to go home and spank my kids because they're not doing anything like that.
Not just go walk right in the door.
Hi, Mom. Immediately slap them.
Okay.
Get it together.
Yeah, well, sometimes, you got to just do that. Wake them up.
They don't see it coming.
They don't see it coming.
You should definitely Instagram it.
Yeah, you're right. No, they won't even see that one coming. Good plan, Virginia. Okay, Jaybird. Before we get to that after the show podcast, if you would wrap up with a thought for the day, my friend.
The best apology is changed behavior.
Oh.
Boom. Whoa. Okay, good stuff. All right, very nice.